I rep your city, rep your city, rep your city. I'm representing Chi-Town. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, and my other Facebook, both Facebook accounts. We got Texas in the building, Westfield City, rep your city. Always a pleasure, Kyra. Uh, what up, what up, what up, 13? We got Buffalo in the building. All right, so this one's interesting, but this is good for especially a lot of the young brothers, young sisters. This is a good one for y'all right here. This is definitely one for the books. This one you want to bookmark for sure. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I've been out on the town. I've been out on the town earlier today. I rushed back, did a live. And now I'm doing this live to talk about my experience when I went out earlier today. I went out early, about 11 in the morning, with some youngins. I was always, oh man. The book's coming along great. Yes, it's getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. Definitely moving along really nice. Oh man, so I've been out with some youngins, a couple of YNs, and what age you not a YN no more? I don't know if the oldest one is a YN. What's the YN age? What's the age for a YN? He might be still one. I don't know. See, I was out, and a conversation came up. A lot of my conversation I like to share with my audience. I was out with some YNs. One of my boys, his sons, and his nephew. 3 of them. Yeah, his sons and his nephew. 2 sons and a nephew came through. Me and their daddy's real tight. He's on a little vacation right now. YNs is teenagers and all in your 20s. Yeah, so they was all YNs there. They was all YNs. Because their daddy a little bit younger than me. Yeah, they all YNs. Oh, boy. So they called me early. Hey, hello. What up, Unc? They on 1,000, sound like they've been up 8 hours already. I need to holler at you. All right, you know where I'm at. They pull up. Had some things they wanted to show me, see if I wanted some. I was straight. They was nice. So they said they was gonna run to the mall. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go over there with y'all, hang out. There's a mall over by where they want to go. There's closing, I think this week. I wanted to go talk to the lady. She got the embroidery shop. I wanted to buy some of her stuff because she's going out of business. So I said, I'll ride around with y'all and make some calls, see if somebody want to talk to you. So I'm like, y'all got to slow down. Y'all already know what your daddy been through. You know what your uncle's been through. What is we doing? What is y'all doing? Y'all only good. Y'all only nice when y'all around me and your mom and a couple other people. Other than that, y'all some real tyrants out here trying to act nice. Especially that youngest one. I said, boy, stop trying to act like you a good boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you talk about yes, sir. I'm like, boy, you don't talk like that. You know, if you don't cut it out with your bad ass, unbelievable. They daddy before he used to be watching me on YouTube. I told him get them off of there because they want to. I'm like, it's not that serious. Them people ain't that serious. You know, they ready to crash out over people talking crazy to me, and the people they ain't even saying nothing that bad. They're like, bruh, you don't see me upset. What is wrong with y'all? They want to crash out. I'm like, y'all just be doing too much. Your daddy did a lot to keep y'all out of prison. Okay, that's good. Do I think an obsession with getting money is bad or good? What do you mean by obsession? I don't know. I don't know what an obsession is. And then when you say getting money, that's here, there, because you got legal money, you got illegal money. Those it ain't the same. So an obsession with getting illegal money means you're gonna keep doing it till you go to prison. So that's not good. So I mean, try and get as much as you can. Like I said, that's a blank statement because what are you doing to get it? Are you selling your soul or what? So I can't, unless I know what they're specifically doing, that's a blank. A prostitute could be trying to get money. So no, that's not good. A burglar, a burglar trying to get money, breaking in houses. So that, that's that that's a wide statement. See what I'm saying? It depends if you're selling your soul or not. If you're selling your soul. But you know what I'm saying? That's a wide statement, Robert. So I can't really say everybody got to make their own bed, then they got to lie in it. But that's a good question. I can get into that. See, when you hustling, when you slinging, a lot of people think you got an obsession with getting money. That's not necessarily true. Uh, like for me, when I was back in Chicago and I ended up in the game, people would have looked at me and said I had an obsession, but I didn't have an obsession. The game is obsessive. And so we went from one customer to 3 customers to 10 to 20 to 50 to this business to that business. And so it's not really a obsession, it's supply and demand. And the supply and demand in the seriousness of the hustle when you're doing crime makes you appear to be obsessed, but you're not really chasing the bag. You're pushing the service, right? So it's like when you get up in the morning and that lady call you and say, I'm ready, Carlos, and you get up and you run, you're not running over there because you're not doing it because you're not doing it because you're hooked. You're doing it because business is demanding. So it's really no different than when my daddy drove for CTA and he'll get a run and get up at 4 in the morning and go to work. He wasn't really obsessed, but that's what it required. And so the hustle makes you appear obsessed, but that it makes you appear like you're chasing it, but you're not chasing it. You're going and get it. It's there. You're not chasing it. It's there. And they're calling you. Where you at? Where you at? Can I meet you in 20 minutes? Can I meet you in 30 minutes? So when everybody get off work around 4 o'clock in Chicago, and you got 20 people want to see you in a half an hour, if you got different product, some product, they get up in the morning, they want that on the way to work. You already been up running around till 3 in the morning. Now she got to go to work at 8 in the morning. She want her greens. You understand? So that's got a lot to do with it. Okay, let's put it like as far as restaurants. Let's say you got a restaurant and you sell breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You got a breakfast crowd. Then you got a lunch crowd. Then you got a dinner crowd. So you're not obsessed or addicted, but the business, it has high demands. And you're trying to keep up with the demand. And the demand grows. That's why it's called hustling. You ever played sports? And what the coach say, hustle, hustle. That means go, go. So people don't understand hustling don't mean doing anything illegal, nothing. Hustle means hustle, move. So when we say we hustling, we really mean just like on basketball. We hustling. A closed mouth don't get fed. So the money builds its own thing. Yeah, you're not really addicted. Your customers aren't, a lot of times your customers aren't addicted either, depending on your clientele and all. It's just high demand situation. That's all. But it makes it look like you know what I'm saying? It makes you look like you're the one when really you're just UPS. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're not really making it happen. The clientele's making it happen. You feel me? One day I'll talk about that. I'll get on. Well, when my book come out, I'm gonna get all into that. A lot of that I'm not talking about because when the book is done, we're gonna get all into that, into specifics. Because I'm gonna be telling specifics in the book, but no names or nothing like that. The names will be changed to protect the guilty. So Shorty and them called me. What up, Uncle? Get your old ass up. That's why people probably feel like I got do they say, oh, you sensitive. No, not in Chicago. You can't in Chicago, you goofy ass, you get your old ass up, you talking crazy. This is friendly conversation. These is like like my nephews. What up, get your old ass up. Your old ass. That's how they call me. We finna slide through. All right, I'm not just telling you. They young, this how they talk. They be over whooping. So they pull up, we got this, we got these. Like, ee. Oh, nice. So they say they want to go to the mall. So that's what this conversation about. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll ride with you because I want to stop at that other mall out there. We hang out. Let me see what y'all doing. Right? Let's stop by a girl crib. Right? See if we can get your daddy to call. Yeah, they wild as hell. They wild. They got their own language. Their own language. You know what I'm saying? They got their own language. You can't really have no feelings because they don't really do feelings like that. So boom, we go to the mall. Me and them three. Fine ass older sister walk up. Oh, those your sons or grandsons? I'm like, nah, they not. No, these not my sons, stickums. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking stick 'em. Stick 'em. And like, oh, you a trip. I didn't get at her though. I'm always professional. I'm not a sea hound. I don't chase it. But she was thick, asking me questions. I'm like, asking a lot of questions to get you on your back. But that's another story. That's another story another day. So I'm hanging out with them. The Gen Z, I don't know. I don't do the gens and all that. They just they're my little nephews. Them the guys. They're my little, you know what I'm saying? They're like family members. I don't know what gen they is, but they're my guys. I know them I know them when they was babies. I know the little one when his daddy brought him home. You know what I'm saying? These people like family. You know what I'm saying? So I said, I'll go over to the mall with you. And that's what started this conversation. So we get to the mall. They woo. They go into the tennis shoe stores. Shorty grabbed some sneakers. He grabbed some white sneakers. He got white sneakers on. So he said, oh, should I get these? I said, you got some white sneakers on. He's like, yeah, but these fly those. Oh, look. I said, them is fly. So I said, how many pair of white sneakers you got at home? He said, well, I got about 3 pair that's all white. But I got some others like white with a little. I said, dude, why is you throwing your money away like that? Why? So him and little brother like, oh, you should get these. You should get these. They want to buy me some sneakers. I'm like, bro, I don't want them. So we got to arguing because they're like, what you mean I don't want them, man? You know what I'm saying? These fly. You need to get these. We going to buy them. Man, you tripping. They say I'm tripping because I don't want the sneakers. I said, bro, I don't want them. What I'm going to do with them? Well, nigga. That's what he said. He said, what he said. I said, what I'm going to do with them? He like, well, nigga. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to wear them. They're not going to get worn. What I'm going to do with them? I'm not going to wear them. I don't buy clothes like that. I don't buy clothes like that. If I go buy some white sneakers, it's specifically for something. I just don't buy no clothes and figure out when to wear them. I'm a real OG. I'm a real gangster kind of hustler, more hustler. But I don't buy stuff like that. I got to be actually in need. It got to be in need. Oh, I'm finna go here. Boom, they having a thing at the beach. You know what I'm saying? I got this white shirt with this green. I need some more. These white sneakers don't go with it. All right, I got to go get. That's how I buy. I buy on demand. It got to be an actual necessity. If it's not an actual necessity, I'm not buying nothing and fitting it in. I don't do that. So that's why we started going back and forth, because I was trying to tell them, you know what I'm saying? That's whack. What y'all doing is whack. I said, ain't nobody taught y'all to do like that. So I asked them. I said, okay, your daddy was getting crazy money. How often your daddy went shopping? The little one told the big one. He got a point. Did your daddy come in the house with a bunch of bags? No. Did your mama come in the house with a bunch of bags? No. 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 We only buy on demand. Those clothes got to be in demand. We don't buy clothes and then figure out where to wear them. We buy them when it's time to wear them. Then, after we wear them, we try to figure out a way to keep on wearing them to get our money out of them. We're not giving nobody no money. We here to get money. We hustlers. Hustlers is hustlers. When I go to the mall, I go to the sneaker shop, I look at the sneaker dude as a hustler. He getting money. Is he getting my money? No. But he get money. That's what I'm trying to tell him. I say, you see this sneaker store? What they get money, right? All right there. Say, like, what that mean? I mean, you a hype. They got mad. What you mean the hype? They got the dope, and you the dope feed. The shoes is the crack. You's a crackhead. That's what I call it. Y'all some crack, y'all some sneaker crackheads. They ain't like that too much. I don't want that shit. Nah, I don't want it. And then I'm telling them, man, I'm a G. I'm not going to just spend your money just because you offered. I appreciate you offered it, but we don't just spend each other money unless it's something we want. I'm not going to just have you buy it just because you buying it. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna, just because you offer me that, I appreciate it, but I'm not finna jag your money off like that. I don't want that. So that's why I wanted to come over here and talk to y'all, because Shorty, like, we started talking about it, and Shorty, like, aren't you got to dress for success? I'm like, sneakers ain't dressing for success, bro. Sneakers is not dressing for success. You're like, man, I ain't think about it like that. I'm just saying shit. Ain't no Yeah, you just saying shit. You know what I'm saying? You not dressing for success. Bruh, I've been over there. Your mama complaining. You got sneakers stacked all the way up. You got sneakers everywhere. Why is you still buying? Why is you buying all this here? You know what I'm saying? So he like, oh man, we gotta go places. So I say, bro, you could wear the same white sneakers. Nobody don't care, bro. You could wear the same white sneakers. Nobody don't care. You got some black shoes. You just wear a different pair of pants and the same black shoes. Nobody care that you got the same black shoes, bro. Nobody don't care. It ain't that serious. You're supposed to wear them white sneakers until you can't get them white no more. Then you're supposed to buy some more white sneakers to when you go somewhere. And then the ones don't get white no more, you're supposed to just throw them on when you're jumping in and out the car, because everybody know the car tear your shoes up on the pedals. You know, when you getting in and out the car, your foot hitting the pedals, gonna tear your shoes up. I say, when them get old, them supposed to be the runaround, the ones you throw on all the time with a white tee and go get your money. You're not supposed to be putting on brand new sneakers every day just to tiptoe around the neighborhood. You ain't even doing nothing. I'm like, y'all not even doing nothing. Y'all just throwing y'all money away. So I'm like, yeah, you got to dress for success, but you got to spend to win. You got to spend to win. You spending to lose. You losing money. You losing. I say, you made that money to come give it to this dude? And man, I ain't look at it like that. Yeah, you went out there, you working for him. You the prostitute. You go out there, get the money, and you bring it to the shoe pimp. You hustling backwards. You hustling backwards. Basically. So I was telling them about my rich friends. When you go to their house and they open their closet, it don't be a lot in the closet. The closet got a lot of room. It don't be stuffed with clothes like poor black people. When I go to rich white dude's crib and they open their closet, it's room to slide everything. They don't got no lot of shit in their closet. They showed up. Them dockers, they just keep flipping them with a different t-shirt or whatever. They not going to buy no new pair of dockers and new pair of dockers. Only time he going to buy some dockers, he spilled some red on it, can't get it out. He got to get a new pair of dockers. But as long as them dockers is docking, he rocking them. Ain't nobody doing all of that. Because I'm telling them it's how you put your clothes together. It ain't the clothes, it's you. How you put it together, what you look like, how much confidence you got. That's what people looking at, your confidence. They don't care nothing about that. And they just throwing away hundreds of thousands of dollars. So he like, but we get money, we winning. I'm like, you not winning if you overspending. You not winning. How many dudes they know catch a case and ain't got a whole lot of money for the lawyer, but got a whole bunch of jury and junk? You know, you in the county jail, that should be a business. Dudes in there, Pharaoh, I got a watch. I paid I paid 30 grand for it. I'll take 10. I'll take 10. My baby mama or meet anybody somewhere because I got to get out of here. I got to make my bell. If I would have knew about that, I could have set up a whole business. You could set up a whole business buying stuff from dudes that's locked up that gotta pay their bail or their lawyer. I swear you'll get stuff super cheap because he's desperate to get out. But they done bought all this stuff and can't even bail out. Ain't got no lawyer money, but got a whole bunch of jewelry and all this crazy stuff. All that money in no sense, like Pooh Shiesty. Look at Pooh Shiesty. Why they robbing people for their jewelry and all that? And you a big rapper. Now you finna go bye-bye forever. Unless you snitch. I know if he don't go to prison for a little while, I know I wouldn't be go around he Pooh and he shiesty if his ass don't go to prison. Yeah, you Pooh and you shiesty for real. If you don't go to prison, you definitely shiesty. You could take the Pooh off and just be shiesty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just be shiesty. You know what I'm saying? On my soul. Buying all that junk. And got mad at me because I didn't make him, because I didn't want him to buy it for me. He wanted to treat me and buy it. You know what I'm saying? I told him I got love for you though. Because if you was a chick, I would have just told you, give me the money. I would have took the money. Yeah. I told if you was a chick, and you was infatuated, I would have, and I would have got the money. How much you gonna spend on me, boo? All right, look, let me hold it. I I forgot what to do with it. I take the money. Say she give me 300, I take it. 600. I take that and put it. That's it. I'll take that and watch the dough rise. I'm not buying that shit, but a bunch of stuff sitting around. You ever had a bunch of stuff sitting around? You ever had like a whole bunch of clothes and shoes? It's the craziest thing ever. And then when you get them when you're young, your feet get a little bigger. You can't even wear them. You done paid all this money, and they hurt your feet. You ever had a bunch of nice shoes that hurt your feet? If not, you don't know what I'm talking about. You have no idea what I'm talking about. And then sometimes the clothes you just don't want to wear them. They was hot when you bought them, but 3 years later, you look at the silk suit, you ain't never gonna put that back on. It's washed up. It ain't gonna look right. You're gonna look like you was singing with the Temptation. You're gonna look like you was rapping with the Sugar Hill gang. You know, clothes go out of style. You be looking whack. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even looking fly. You don't want to stack too many clothes at one time because they play out. You just want to get a few. You know what I mean? Do I know any street hustlers that's getting money and don't act on street? Yeah. That's the only way you're gonna stay out of jail. That's the movies, Robert. That's the movies show you that. It's not like that in real life. We didn't dress up. That's the movies. Nobody I know we did not dress up. We only dressed up if we took our wives out. No street hustlers. We didn't wear no jewelry and all that. That's all make believe. That's the movies, Robert. That's why I was trying to tell the shorty, that's not real. That's fake. Hustlers do not dress up. Not at all. Hustlers don't dress up. We work, we at work, we working. Do I look dressed up? I got some Dickies on and a white beater and some silver. I don't have no gold on. I don't have my big earrings in my head. The chain on my neck is silver. It was a gift from a chick. I don't got on nothing, cost nothing. And a Kango hat. I'm not going nowhere. Where am I going? To sit in the car and drive up and down and make deliveries? That's the movies. And then those of us smart, we try not to look like no hustler the best we can. Every now and then we buy something and make us look like that a little bit, but we don't try not to look like that. We try to look regular as possible. That's the movies. Nobody gonna be running around slinging with no big ass chains on and Rolexes and all that. They walk around talking about rob me, rob me, rob me. That's a robbery. So now you got all this expensive stuff on. The police see you. They know you got a weapon because you got to protect you. You in Chicago. You got on $80,000 worth of jewelry. The police pulling you over, pat you down. You going to jail. They know you got it. You got to protect it. Maybe when I'm going out with my wife, I'll put an earring in, put a little chain on, and stuff like that. Put a little mink coat on. I'm taking her out. And then I don't be having a good time. I'm my head on the swivel. Somebody will still run up on me for the coat. You can't just be outside with no mink coat on. You can't just be outside with jewelry. You can't go outside like that. You can't look too good outside. I don't care if it's working money or legal money. You cannot be out there moving around attracting attention. That goes against everything. Oh, some young brothers that I took and they wanted to buy me some sneakers, and they was in there buying a bunch of sneakers, buying some white sneakers when they got 10 pair of white sneakers at home. And I'm telling them, they daddy ain't function like that. Why y'all buying all these goddamn sneakers? So they try to tell me, you got to look good out here. I'm like, no, you don't. They saying you got to look good. Okay, check this out. They say, okay, Pharaoh, what about the ladies? Boom, I go outside. Boom, I'm dressed real nice. It's a fine woman. She push up on me, right? Most times she'll have a little something going on for herself. Why would I talk to her when I could be outside regular and pull somebody just as fine as her just on GP just because she like me? If you're a man, a woman gonna like you anyway, right? So why would I want her that's attracted to my jewelry when I could like her that's just attracted to me? You still gonna pull a woman. You might not pull that one, but you're gonna pull that one. Because it's only two ways to get a woman. One, flashy. Other, which you got to have the gift to gab. Your mouth get the women. No, they don't know no better. They feel This is what you're supposed to do when you're making money. So it's not like they don't know no better. That's why I had to give them game. They think you get money and you're supposed to go out and buy a lot of stuff. And I'm like, no. You're supposed to get money and get money and get money and get money. And I'm like, you giving the money back. And they're like, that's deep, Unc. I ain't think about it like that. I said, look at all them sneakers you got at home. Look at all them clothes you got at home. You gave all that money to another hustler. And I'm trying to tell them, when you a hustler, it's a hustler competition. You competing with the other hustler. You losing. You letting the other hustler out hustle you. They shorties and they daddy locked up. He would have told them, but he ain't been out in a few years. And they getting older. So I said, y'all hustling backwards. You're not getting no money to give it to dude. And you don't care nothing about no woman. You the man, ain't you? They're like, yeah, all right then. She get down or lay down. Or get down there and lay down. Because, hey, why is you don't need none of that to pull her? I said, the fact, if you overdoing it, if your car too nice, your clothes too nice, that's why you always gonna be with the wrong woman. You gonna lose, and you gonna get set up because she ain't meeting you based on you. They're like, man, we ain't think about it like that. He like, you sure ain't lying. He started thinking about the women he been with. He like, man, you sure ain't lying. I just went through that, Unc. That's what the young one said. He was like, I just went through that, Unc. He ain't lying, y'all. He said, I just went through that. I said, yeah. You ain't making no money hustling. You ain't making no money to give it back. And I told them everything y'all doing is failing anyway. I said it's over with anyway, what y'all doing. Exhibit A. A high percentage of celebrities and professional athletes experience severe financial distress, with studies suggesting that around 60 to 80% of professional athletes go broke or face serious financial hardship within a few years of retirement. While not all entertainers go broke, a significant number face debt due to lavish spending, poor investment, and short careers. You understand? Now, people say, dress to success. Let's say you're a businessman, you work downtown. Don't you know, if you wear clothes too expensive, they will fire you or they will hold you down? You can't be shining. Shining is not good. You don't show the more wealth you show, the less money you're going to get. You're going to lose money. That's what I was telling Shorty. If you lose money like that. If I'm hustling and I got customers and I got a lady spending $100 with me every week, don't you know if I go by there and I look too nice, she going to stop giving me that $100 because she going to start looking and saying, you know, he got all my money. I'm taking her focus off. I don't need to be looking real good. I need to be looking regular. She's regular and I need to be regular. You always want to be regular. You don't want to look the best, ever. Unless you're going on a private date with your wife or your queen. But when you in the world, on the business world, you do never want to look the best, ever. You want to look plain. You don't want the fancy watch. You don't want the fancy car. You don't want that. That is bad. That does not help you get money. That make you lose money. That make you lose money. That's a fact. That's why white dudes wear Dockers and them rubber watches. Them watches with the rubber bands. You don't see no white dudes at work with no Rolexes and shit on. Nowhere in Chicago. I'm in a big city with people making 200,000, 250,000 a year. I ain't in no little huckabuck town. And I could take you downtown right now, Chicago, and you're not going to be able to show me who making no money. And they got and when you go to their neighborhoods, they got no cars in the driveway but the regular car. That real nice car they got is in the garage. It's never where the neighbors could see it. You never gonna see that car. And they only drive that car on special occasions. They do not drive that car. And their kids got regular cars. I could take you right now to some of the richest communities in Chicago, and all they teenagers and they 20-year-olds is driving Honda Civics and shit like that. And daddy filthy rich. They ain't putting that boy in no Mercedes or nothing, get him unalived out here. They don't want no attention. They want the money. They get the money from the business, not from all of that. I'm trying to give them game. The more money you show, the more money you're going to lose. You don't never do that. You never do that nowhere in no business or nothing. You tone it down. That ain't nobody business. And it does not build friends. That's why I tell Shorty. I'm like, money makes enemies. It don't make no friends and it don't open no doors. None. The only time you could look like a boss is when you're considered a boss. And those bosses, like I told them, I went to Instagram and showed them 50. And I showed them 50 making all them business moves. And they said, well, Unc, how much you think them suits cost? I said, they paying him to wear that suit. They paying him to wear that watch. They paying him. He is getting paid to wear that suit. He ain't paying for that suit. He ain't paying for nothing he got on. And if you go to his house, none of them clothes you see him with is at his house. He don't got that stuff. He put that on, take the picture, and give it back. And they sell it to somebody else. He don't own none of that shit. You don't see 50 showing no house, no cars, or nothing. Young 50 used to show them cars. Show me 50 Cent what car he drive now. What car you seen 50 Cent in? None. What house? Do we show his house? He showed the Mike Tyson house, all that. But once he learned the game, what his house look like? You don't see nothing he got. Everything he got, they pay him. They got to pay him to wear that shit. And unless he taking a business picture, 50 have on a white T-shirt. Listen, unless he taking pictures, right? 50 be having on a white T-shirt. He wear a T-shirt under it, like a body T-shirt, and a white tee with another like white tee under it. Tell me I'm lying. That's what he wear all the time. And some sneakers. He only put that stuff on for photo ops, for money. Anything he wear, he gotta make some money. That's what I was trying to tell Shorty now. Yeah, dress for success. But you got to spin to win. And I told him, y'all spinning to lose. I agree. Dress for success. But spin to win. Y'all spinning to lose. Y'all not spinning to win. We only dress up if it's got some type of benefit. If it ain't no type of benefit, we not doing that. We not doing that. If I go out and I buy a bunch of nice shoes, I'm not wearing these shoes and tearing these shoes up, running around doing nothing. Who do that? It's been like that. We got our play clothes. Even when you get older, you wear your play clothes. You wear your play clothes. I don't go live in my nicest clothes and all my nice jewelry and all that. Just silver. I ain't. Don't you know if I went live and I had on a whole bunch of jewelry and shit, I wouldn't get no super chats. How much super chats would y'all send me if I had on $100,000 worth of jewelry, $50,000 worth of jewelry tomorrow? Hit the super chat, hit the cash app. They'll be like, nigga, we ain't sending you nothing. You rich. You know what I'm saying? That's anti, like what? I don't got a lot of that stuff. I got rid of all my jewelry and shit. I got rid of a lot of that shit. I got a couple pieces, but my son got them. I got rid of them because they were just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? And I got PTSD, so you know what I'm saying? My jewelry was messing, my jewelry and mink coats and all that, it was messing with my PTSD. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't ever go nowhere and have a good time. You know, the women I be would be like, what's wrong with you? You know, I'm like, what's wrong with me? Don't you say I got on a mink coat, alligator shoes, and a bunch of jewelry? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I wasn't enjoying myself. Because you got to be careful with that shit. You can't just be normal, have a good time. Oh, no, not with no. You can't never have no good time. Where? So it's just sitting in a jewelry box, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It's just sitting there. Where you going to wear it? Where you going to wear it? You're not. I got tired of packing all the time. And I was a fella, so I couldn't even really carry to defend myself. I'm out here. Come on, man. Oh, let's take a break. Like that stuff become a burden. And then it ain't got nothing to do with how much money you get. You ain't getting no money. You just got that shit on. So I was telling Shorty and them, I'm like, y'all right. When y'all wear it, it do make you feel good and all that. But that's all it do. It don't really do nothing but make you feel good. But I said, y'all show me how you benefit. And you don't. It just make you feel good. You got jewelry on, you got real nice clothes on. But as far as any benefit from it, nobody can show you no real benefit from that. You don't get no real, yeah, I seen it. You don't get no real benefit from it. In real life, you don't. You don't really get nothing from it. The only thing I can get from that, like when I got the record label, if I got my jewelry on, I got my mink coat and stuff, it helped influence the rappers to trust me as a CEO. So psychologically, it helped me with the rappers. It make rappers trust me and want to sign with me, thinking they're gonna get some money. But it don't sell no records though. So you could get the rappers, but that ain't gonna sell the records. Cause the CEO all dressed up. Suge was dressed up. Where he at? Puff was dressed up. Where they at? They had all that money. Where they at? They took them pictures with all them cars, all that stuff. And what? Diddy had all that money, ended up doing weirdo stuff. See what I'm saying? All that money, bro, this what you doing? So just look at it like that. What did the money do for Diddy? Nothing. He had all the money in the world and was still acting a fool. Wasn't acting like he had no money at all. On some goofy shit. He wasn't on no goofy stuff with that kind of money. Should. A big old goofy. All that money. And I can go down the line and name them. Broke, 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 broke. Lost everything. Pro athletes, roughly 78% of the NFL players face financial stress or bankruptcy within 2 years of retirement, while 60% of NBA players go broke within 5 years. You know why? They buy all that junk. Look, 15.7% of NFL players filed bankruptcy within 12 years of retirement. Look, common causes. The primary reason for celebrity financial ruin include excessive spending, lifestyle creep, supporting friends and family, failed business ventures, and poor tax planning. Like 50 Cent, who filed for reorganization, Willie Nelson, and various athletes have faced bankruptcy or minor financial losses. That's why 50 ain't doing that stuff no more. I'm telling them, I'm saying, if y'all gonna buy sneakers, why y'all ain't getting the Jordans and reselling them? I know some shorties in high school making money selling sneakers. They go find the rare sneakers, they buy them, they flip them for triple the money. So I'm showing them, well, if you got the money to buy sneakers like that, why you ain't in the sneaker hustling game? Why y'all ain't going? Why y'all ain't getting the baseball cards? Where the real money at? There's people buying baseball cards making $1 million. I'm like, you just spending your money just to walk around and look cool. And I'm like, and you making mad enemies. Nobody around y'all like y'all. I said, none of your, if y'all get money, none of y'all friends like y'all. None of them dudes you around like y'all. I said, if you think I'm lying, I told them, come pick me up on the weekend. I told them. They said, bet. I said, pick me up on the weekend. Take me around your guys. We're going to hang out. We're going to hang out some hours. And when you bring me back, I'm going to tell you, every one of them, you need to cut loose. I'm going to tell you, I can tell you who you need to not hang around. They're like, you could do that? I said, hell yeah. Y'all don't know. But y'all daddy, like my brother, I ain't going to let nothing happen to y'all. I'm telling you, I told you 80% of the people you're around hate y'all. Straight up. I said, if you think I'm lying, come pick me up. Come pick me up. Take me to the hood. Take me where y'all be at. Take me around all your guys. And when we leave, I'll tell you each one of them, they ain't no good. They're like, how you know? I said, yo, I used to be the one that people like your daddy used to send me to for stuff like that. That's my job. Dudes that get money, they got a son out here, Rango. Don't let them know you know me. Find out my son's enemies. Because I could tell I hate her a million miles away. If I'm in a building, you walk in there, you don't like me, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna see you as soon as you come in there because there's certain characteristics. Now look at dude. That's it. You gotta be, you gotta be in that world to know. I'm like y'all. The better y'all doing, the more people hate you. Everybody wants to sleep with your women. All that. They want to rob you. All that. Because you showing them too much. And it ain't helping you get no money. You're not making no money because you got all them sneakers stacked up. That's not how you making money. Y'all got to stop flossing like that. Tone that shit down and just go get your bread. Stop trying to be seen. Because I told them, if you're trying to be seen like that, any woman you get, she ain't going to be shit. She don't like you. She like your sneakers and your chains and your car. She don't like you. While up to 90% of businesses fall within 10 years, top business executives rarely go personally broke when their companies collapse. Even during bankruptcy, roughly half of CEOs maintain executive employment, with many receiving significant bonuses and retaining high compensation despite corporate failure. All the athletes be going broke. The ones that spend too much. The average American spends roughly 2 to 3.5% of their annual household budget on clothing and footwear. While annual spending varies, many surveys suggest individuals spend about $1,400 to $1,500 yearly, which equates to roughly $120 per month per person. Spending in generally is higher for women apparel compared to men. What they don't tell you is out of that $1,400 to $1,500, they only regularly wear about the 400 worth. The other 1,000, it just sit in the closet. That's where they lose at. They don't wear that shit. It be in the closet. I could take you by women's house right now, and it's just shoe boxes everywhere. Some of the shoes is in the wrong box. Some of the box ain't got no shoes in it. And then when you go to the closet, all in the back, you know how your closet, you open it here and you put the clothes, but then it's all that stuff back there, they ain't worn in years. If you had a wife or you had a queen, you've helped her throw away thousands of dollars of clothes every 3 or 4 years. Facts. She got to throw that shit away. I'll really be outside. I really know what I'm talking about. That go for my mother too. They got to throw it away. They don't. They not going to never wear it no more. Some of it barely seen the light of day. They might have wore it once or twice when they first got it. And it's pushed back in the closet. And then a lot of women's weight fluctuate. So now she's too big for it. Now she's too skinny for that one, too big for that one. And it just be money lost. If they don't throw it out, and it's a woman from 20 to 65, you got to call Goodyear to come get her. I mean, a Goodwill to come get all that stuff. It's almost like a hoarder of clothes. Because clothes is funny, and no matter how many clothes you got, most of the time when you're chilling, you're gonna wear your most comfortable one. the ones that's uncomfortable, you're not going to wear them that much. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff just don't get worn. I had a refrigerator box full of shoes because I was hustling. I was just buying Bally boots and shit. But I didn't have the time to wear them. It wasn't that I didn't wear them. I ain't had time to wear that shit. See what I'm saying? I didn't have time to, oh, let me put this on, let me put that on. I'm just running and ripping. I'm putting on the ones that's most convenient, laying right there. I throw this on and go. I ain't got time to go and look, oh, I'm going to wear these. I ain't wore these. That's not how you live in real life. So you like them and you buy them, but then they don't be a part of your life. Once you buy them and you bring them home and you wear them once or twice, they disappear out your psyche. That's a fact. You do not rotate all your clothes. So that's when you learn, okay, I threw a whole bunch of clothes away one time. I was like, I got this stuff. I'm not going to rotate this stuff. I don't want the whole, I want enough clothes where I can rotate them. Something happened to them, I can throw them away and get some new ones. I don't want no whole bunch of stuff where I can't even remember to rotate them. You don't even know what you got. You sliding stuff back. Oh, man, I ain't wore this in a while. That's junk. Real talk. It's junk. I got stuff in the closet. I ain't wore it. I don't even have a lot. But even with what I got, I ain't really wearing all that stuff. Even with a little bit, I ain't wearing it all. You're not gonna wear it. Look in your closet. You're not gonna some stuff in there. You're not gonna never wear it. You're not gonna wear it. It's a bad investment. Because people typically wear their most comfortable clothes. At the end of the day, you're gonna wear the shoes that's comfortable. Them other shoes look nice, but if they ain't comfortable, you ain't wearing them. I don't care how nice they look. You ain't putting them on your feet. You ain't gonna wear them. You bought them, they look nice, but they ain't comfortable. Or they're a weird ass color that you can't find nothing to match them. And what you can find to match them ain't a color you buy that much. It's a whole bunch to it. It's a bunch to it. So I was trying to tell shorties in there, look, yes, the retail closing industry is experiencing significant widespread financial distress, with 2025 on track to be one of the most tumultuous periods for store closures in recent history, often surpassing trends seen during the pandemic and the 2017-2019 retail apocalypse. Ain't nobody buying that shit no more. Nobody buying all them clothes no more. Nobody running around no more. People are starting to realize, hey, I need to stop throwing my money away on the whimsical. Because that's basically, it's like a quick response when you buy clothes like that. You just, oh, look at this. How much is this? Try it on. Oh, man, I like this. I'm going to get this. But you ain't necessarily going to wear it. Now, when you get more wiser, you start making sure, oh, I'm going to wear this a lot. So you start making sure the shoes you buy, you stop thinking about how they look. You start thinking about how much wear am I going to get out of these? If I'm not going to get a lot of wear, I'm not going to buy them. I like them, but I can't see where I'm going to fit them in. You know what I'm saying? I can't see when I'm going to wear them. Look, massive closures. Only 15,000 retail stores were projected to close in 2025. Major brands such as Macy's, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Big Lots closing hundreds, even thousands of locations. All that stuff, all that buying is out of here. And it's really how you put your clothes together, ain't about how expensive it is and all that. So I was trying to tell them, why you stop buying sneakers. Go wear your sneakers out, then buy some more. What you saving them for? What you saving sneakers for? Like I told him, I said, the only reason you should be saving sneakers is to resell them. But if you ain't saving them, resell them, why you not wearing them out? Wear them, bro. Because I said, y'all still young. They ain't going to fit your feet in 3 years anyway. You still growing. Like you got some sneakers that just sitting there, you ain't even be able to wear them. I told the other brother, you're going to have to give a lot of your sneakers to the younger brother. You ain't going to get to wear them. You just saving junk, bro. You just throwing your money away. And when in there was going to throw some money on, wanted to throw more money away, wanted to buy 2 pairs of sneakers, wanted to buy me some sneakers. The younger brother wanted to buy. I said, man, y'all just throwing money away. Y'all just throwing money away. That's what you went to make your money from, to come and give it to this Palestinian or whatever he is? Because it ain't even a black person. Y'all know when you go in these stores who in there, you taking black wealth that we earn and giving it away to somebody else, making them, and they ain't going to go buy nothing. They're going to put the money up. They're going to invest in business. They're going to double and triple your money. Go in the mall and show me some black people in there. You just taking your money and giving it to another family to be rich. Black people don't spend hardly no money with black people. Everybody you spend money with, the food, the gas, everybody, it ain't us. Giving all our generational wealth away. Just giving it away. They don't know no better. They think that's what you're supposed to do. Because they like when they go on the block and the dude say, oh, when you get them, them the new jump mans, ain't they? They like that. I'm trying to teach them. I say, you ain't supposed to like that. Y'all hustlers, y'all baby gangsters. You ain't supposed to like that. Like, what you mean? You don't supposed to like nobody speaking on nothing. I'm trying to tell them what me and their daddy was on. If I come outside, I got some ballies on or something, you better not say nothing. Don't say nothing about nothing I got on. They say, you for real, Uncle? I said, I'm telling you. Let me go buy some new shoes that come out, and somebody say, man, I like them. I'm looking at you like, but I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't want nobody speaking on nothing I got. I did not buy, and I'm telling you, I don't buy it for them. I bought these because I like them. I don't want to hear your opinion what I got on. I told them, I said, everybody that's speaking on what y'all got on hates you. Yep, that's who gonna rob you. That's who gonna call the police on you. That's who gonna backdoor you. That dude, when you go on with them sneakers on, the first one say something, gonna backdoor you. If the chick say something, she let you know. That's the only reason I like you, because you always got on new sneakers. She telling you. She telling you. You get around a woman, she looking at what you got on. Ooh, I like them new sneakers. Ooh, I like your chain. She don't love you. I told him, when you get around a chick and she said, I like your new jacket, tell her I like you with nothing on. Tell her just like that. They're like, damn, Uncle. I said, oh, you be talking crazy out there. I'm telling you, when she said she like your outfit, tell her you like her with nothing on. Make that happen. Go take them clothes off. Don't worry about what I got on. Worry about what taking that shit you got off. Don't worry about what I got on, baby girl. Hey, baby girl, don't worry about what I got on. Go take your clothes off. I said, if you think I'm lying, go when you get home. Next time your daddy call home, tell him what I told you. Your daddy gonna be like, that's Ram. Listen to Ram. Ram telling you what's real. Anybody watching you like that, they don't like you. They watching you too much. Your wife will never say that. If you got a wife love you and you go buy some new sneakers and come in, she not gonna say, oh, I see you got some new sneakers I like. She ain't gonna say nothing. She don't care because you, what the hell she care? I'm not watching my wife every time she buy a new skirt. I'm not saying something. I might say she look cute in the way she put it together, but I'm like, oh, I see you got a new skirt. Oh, I see you got some new shoes. Oh, I see. You know what I'm saying? Hey, one time I was at a roster. I tell this story all the time, and I had my diamond rings on, right? Because I had an African. He was putting diamonds in his beeper. He worked at the diamond place where they package the diamond. He was putting them in his beeper, and he was coming over my queen's sister's house, and I was over there, and he was selling me these big ass diamonds. I was taking them some to the jewelry store. I took a bunch of them and put them in some jewelry, right? So these supposed to be rosters. So we there talking about a Haile Selassie day. I got on sunglasses. They dark, though, darker than this. So they sitting right there. So my head like that, and I'm looking like this. The whole time they just staring at my hands. They just staring at my hands. I always wear white gold, right? Or silver. And they was just staring at my hands. These supposed to be righteous brothers. And I wanted to show them my matching jewelry. I got some jewelry match these rings. Yeah, I got. Stop staring at me like that. Because I used to call everything my jewelry. I can't say all this stuff on YouTube, but yeah, I used to carry some other jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Because there's haters out the whole time. They staring at me. They supposed to be some rosters. What the hell you care about my rings and all that? I only got this stuff on because I was late to the meeting. So I had to come right from where I was at, taking care of some business to them. Other than that, I would have went home and took all that off. I would have came plain Jane. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't do trolls, bro. I don't know where you come from, but we don't do trolls. Go get a life. You know what I'm saying? Go get a life, bro. Come on, I was staring at my hand. So I had to stop really wearing that jewelry like that because I was just like, hey, come rob me. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I gave it to my son. I told him, don't be wearing this shit like that. I told him, don't be wearing, like, make sure when you wear this, don't be wearing that out there like that. Wear it on sparingly, sparingly. Because a lot of that stuff, I keep that stuff in a safety deposit box. I don't even keep that stuff at home. If I know I'm going somewhere real elegant and upscale, I go to the safety deposit box, get my jewelry out, put it on, go to the event. When Monday come back around, I go put it back up. Because I can't do nothing with it anyway. It's just sitting around. That's why I try to tell them, brothers, you're going to have stuff just sitting there or you're going to wear it out there. You're going to be a victim. You're going to be a victim. out here in these streets. I told them, y'all ain't checking the temperature. Tone y'all shit down. 2026, don't y'all see what's going on? It's up. It's desperation. Why is y'all out here flossing? It's time to turn down. I was telling them about me and they daddy generation. Right now, we would be driving hoopties. Our cars would be hid. We used to hide our cars. When times get hard and you feel the economy, we used to hide the cars. I used to keep my cars in a storage locker. A storage locker big enough to back a truck and a car in. I used to have my cars in the storage locker and drive like a older Honda and shit. When the money get tight or when it's a drought season, no mink coat, no jewelry, not even silver, no cars around the house, nothing. Just Dickies and a t-shirt and just regular stuff. You don't want nobody to see you. That's the worst thing you could do is attract people looking at you that you can't look at them. Anytime you get more attention from people and you can't pay attention to them, you in trouble. You can't have a whole bunch of eyes on you and you don't know whose eyes on you. That's why I'm trying to tell Shorty now. Y'all walk around through that neighborhood, keep going buying all this stuff because y'all get money, and I'm going to end up going to y'all funeral. They're like, man, why you got to say it like that? I said, I'm telling you. You're going to get backdoored. Y'all going to get backdoored. I told him straight up, you're going to get backdoored. Tone this shit down. I don't know what you're trying to prove and who you try to prove it to, but it ain't going to work out good for you. This what you're doing? Man, the man got gym shoes stacked all the way up in his room. I say, you're going to get backdoored. He going to get backdoored. Go in them rich white neighborhoods. Go out west of Chicago and drive around. The only car you're going to see in the driveway is the kid's car. That's it. And it's a regular car. Facts. So I be around a lot of rich people. They don't have no nice cars in the driveway. Anybody live in a nice neighborhood will tell you. Them cars in the garage, hid. The only car in the driveway is like the kid's car or something. It's always somebody you know. Always. That's why it's called a backdoor. You can't get backdoored by a friend. You get backdoored by an enemy. You get backdoored by a friend. That's why it's called a backdoor. You get backdoored by somebody that you let in the front door. That's why it's called a backdoor. A backdoor means somebody you know, a friend, an associate. Look at Chief Keef. They kicked this house here and took all the stuff. Why you think he moved to California? Don't mess with none of them BDs and don't be an O-Block. Why you think he never messed with Dirk and them and King Von and them? Because they robbed him. They took his stuff. They broke in his house. They burglarized him. That's why Keef don't. Facts. That's why Keef ain't around. That's why he don't do nothing for them. That's why he got his little team and that's it. Yeah, Von and them set him up. King Von was in on that. That's why Chief Keef never came back to O-Block and don't represent O-Block. You know what I'm saying? I ain't let nobody in my house when I was in the streets. I ain't let nobody in my house. Only thing was in my house was my queen, the kids, and my 2 Rottweilers. And them Rottweilers, if I let people in the house, people will be able to come in the house when I ain't there. But if you ain't never come in the house and you come there, them dogs is going to have them some kibbles and bits because they don't know you. So I let nobody get close to my Rots. No, that's how the gang go. That's how the gang go. Your homeboy gonna stab you in the back, or your woman, or your man if you're a woman. That's what gonna do you. That's gonna do you every time. That's a fact. Hold on, let's take a break. Hopefully the lights don't go out. It's a crazy storm out there. Sound like the weather's acting crazy. So I tried to give Shorty and them some game. I think they're gonna listen. I told them wear your clothes they seen you in. You can dress up when you're going somewhere when nobody know you, out with your woman or whatever. Don't show none of your so-called boys, none of your success or nothing like that. Because they're young, they don't know no better. Even till this day, what? Even till this day, what? What's the question? Give me the full question. I'll answer it. I mean, when you dress, when you dress, that's what I told them. When you dress to impress, you need to only be impressing somebody you're gonna get some money. So you dress nice to go to a job or go to work. But even then, you don't overdress. You dress right in the middle. Don't be the best dressed at work. Just be dressed to fit the job. The more you shine, the more hate you get. People coming into and over your house perimeters for entry. Are people coming to where I'm at for entry? No. Nobody never came to my house for entry or nothing like that. Cause I don't socialize. I don't socialize. In mysticism and in the dark world, a vampire cannot come in your house unless you let him in. And if a vampire come in your house 3 times, you can't stop him from coming no more. So in that dark world, crime and stuff like that, as long as they don't come, see, this is what I was telling Shorty, when you're in the streets, when you go home, you off count. So the only person that you let come to your house when you die, the only people who come to my house was the guys that bigger than me. They I don't got nothing they want. So like my connect would come to my house because he got more money than me. So he was like my real brother because he the one put me in the game and all that. So he came by and I go to his house. But I never see nobody else at his house and he never see nobody else in my house. So coming to my house was like being safe. But when he never would come in my house, he never would come in. He never would come in he come, bring me a car, whatever. If I need a car, go pick it up, drop it off, or whatever, and he be gone. That type of people that you can trust, they don't hang out. They only hang out with their wife and children. When you see grown men socializing, them is losers. We don't socialize. We only socialize with our wives and our children. We do not hang out with dudes. All of my brothers I know that's real gangsters and or big rosters and stuff, you ain't gonna never see us hang out. The only time you'll see us together, maybe if you go to the record store and they at the record store, and then we'll be there and we'll be reasoning as rosters. But as far as hanging out, you're not gonna hang out with no only rosters I ever hung out with was the ones I'm playing in a band with. We doing something. So I'm going for band practice. But men don't hang out with men. Because men don't have men in their house where their wife at. This where me and my wife and children, I'm not gonna have no man up in here around my wife. In my house with my wife. My wife don't got to go and try to put on no clothes because you over there and all that. Men don't do all that. You show me a man that's always smiling with a man, that's a goddamn weirdo. Show me a man that got any man in this house, that's a loser. My daddy never had nobody in our house. The only person ever in our house was my uncle Oscar, and that's once a year, maybe twice a year. There was no men in our house but my daddy. And old man George was like my mom and them uncle. He was like an uncle. Other than that, my daddy didn't have no friends from his job or nothing in the house with his family and shit. Your house is sacred. That's the first thing when I get with a woman, she got to understand them motherfuckers can't be coming up in this house. That's not happening. So usually when I'm with a woman, the family don't really like me like that because the only time they can come to the house if it's a baby shower or something like that, the kid's birthday party, something cool. But just dropping by like that, no. No. I tell women straight up, these women coming by, they want to sleep with me. So I don't know why don't let them in here. Them women is not your friend. I could fuck them. Facts. Any woman coming around, a woman and a man, that man could sleep with her. That's a fact. Including a sister. Your house is supposed to be sacred. Your house is not a hangout. It's not a club. It's not a lounge. It's not a coffee shop. Any people that have a lot of people in their house, I never visit them. I never go to their house because their house is corrupted. They don't have a home. They got a goddamn hangout. Their space is defiled. Your home's supposed to be sacred. Nobody in your house. None of my friends was at my house. We meet you at the beach or something, but you ain't coming over here for what? I ain't let no dudes in my house like that, or none of that. All up in my house like that. Like my sister, I don't be going over my sister's house like that. She married. She married to a man. We gave her away to another family. She his wife. That ain't my sister. That's his wife. Then my sister. All that my sister, my sister. Once my sister got married, she not my sister like that no more. That's his wife. That's his wife. That's not my sister like when we was kids. That's not that. I'm not going all up in that man's house with him and his wife. That's a fact. That's why he got love for me right now. Because I had never intruded on their marriage. I stayed the fuck out the way. My sister is married to a man and took his last name. That's his wife. That's not my sister. That's only my sister if he mess up and put hands on her or something. Then she become my sister. But as long as he a good husband, that's his wife. Period. And I'll stay my ass out the way. My daddy gave my sister away in marriage. Gave her away in marriage. Y'all don't be listening to what the stuff be saying. My daddy gave my sister away in marriage. She was a steward, and then she got married, and now she got another last name. She's not a steward anymore. Duh. And when I'm with a woman, my crib is sacred. It's for me and my woman. This is where we have sex at. This is where we raise our children at. This is where we eat at. This is where we walk around at. And we don't want you in here walking around. Not in here where we live at. And when there's family members always having function at their house, and I go over there, I never respect their house. Their house, it don't got no vibe. It don't feel like a home. It feel like a fucking lounge or a hangout. So I don't be wanting to go over there. I only go like, sometimes your wife be like, I'm going to my sister's house. She having something. I always hate going. But I'll go, But I'm thinking we ain't finna be doing that like that. All up in here. Not like that. We would have a party on New Year's Eve. If you got some righteous reason, I could see that. We would have everybody come for New Year's Eve. I didn't feel like that was a violation. We listen to music, 106 at Park Live, we have fun, blah, 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 and y'all gone and that's it. I don't feel like that's a violation, but if y'all keep coming back, no, don't come back. We had the event. That's that. That was just an event. That was just an occasion. That don't mean our door is open for y'all to just in and out of where we live at. Like we live here. This is sacred. And that's how you got to be, not only with family, with everything, friends and everything. If you got a friend and they all up, that ain't no good. A real man, he give his friend space. We don't be all up in each other's, you know what I mean? That's my man, but he got a wife and children. I'm not over at his house like that. It's disrespectful. That's my man. We like this. We gonna ride out for each other. But what make us so close is he got a family and children. I respect that. As a matter of fact, if I do go by and see him, I sit out on the porch. I don't be wanting to go all up in his house. We'll stand outside and talk or something. I don't want to go all up in that man's house. His wife might not want to get dressed in just because that's too much. Weirdo stuff. People like that, their family was sloppy like that. So they think that's how it is. Their mom and their house was always an open, you know what I'm saying? So they'll be like, nah, bro, you gotta live your life. Dog, you come from a tacky family. Your house was transient. You know what I'm saying? You transient. Your house is transient. And then when you meet a woman and they family transient, it's hard for the relationship to work because all these people is all up in y'all business all the time. They gossip a lot, and it ruined the marriage. It ruined the relationship. I just want to marry you. I don't want to marry your brother, your sister, and your mom and them. Fuck your mother, brother, and sister and them. Fuck them niggas. I don't want to fuck with them niggas. I just want to marry you. I don't want to marry your family. Your family can go to hell in a handbasket. What the hell is this? I said, I do to you. I didn't say I do to them. I don't know them. I don't want to know them. Not like that. I only going to like them if I hardly ever see them. Then I'm going to love them. But if I see them all the time, I'm going to hate them. It's real simple. I'm telling you facts. Like when I meet a woman and she take me to meet her family and stuff, I be cold as ice. So they saw her sister, mom and them, I be cold. I be like, what's up? I don't want to see you motherfuckers too much, you know. You know what I'm saying? We not cool. Okay, that's how I be. I be like, we not cool like that. I don't know you. I'm trying to get to know her. I'm just trying to get to know her. I'm not trying to get to know you or you or you. Y'all man, y'all motherfucking business. That's how I be from the first day I meet them. Man, y'all business. Especially with the mama. Now, a lot of times they got a daddy, I don't got to do that. But a lot of these people got like, they mama, they come from single mothers. If they got a daddy, you don't got to do that because the daddy got the same attitude. He don't want to see you either. So usually if it's a man there, it works out better. But if it's just a bunch of women, it's a disaster. Because women don't know how to mind their goddamn business. They got a lot of women is disrespectful. They intrude on other people's space. They'll just keep coming to their sister house. You know what I'm saying? Or their girlfriend house. Just keep coming to their girlfriend house, coming to their girlfriend house. Know she got a man. Why you keep coming over here? Bitch, go get you some business. Basically, so I was trying to teach Shorty and them stop buying all them clothes and giving them people all their money. Like y'all hustling backwards. Y'all going out here to get money to give to somebody. When you're a hustler, you're a hustler. A hustler can count all accounts payable and accounts receivable. They're like, what that mean, Pharaoh? I'm like, accounts payable, accounts receivable. Pay or receive. I said, when you're a hustler, you count every dime. You count every dime come in, every dime come out. You want in, out. In, out. In, out. I'm like, y'all, in, out. In, out. I said, the out's too fast, bro. They're like, dang, I ain't think about it like that. I'm like, okay. That money you just bought all them sneakers with. When did you get some of that money? Didn't you get some of that money yesterday, day before? You're like, I ain't think about it like that. And you went and gave it right away. You ain't getting no interest on your dollar or nothing. So they be like, with your old ass and shit. You know I ain't get mad? Because that's how I talk to them too. I'm like, y'all like some hoes. That's why I told them, y'all some hoes. Y'all out there turning tricks and bringing it to this Middle Eastern. Y'all this little bitch. It was like, man, Pharaoh, you got to stop saying that. It was like, man, Pharaoh, you got to stop saying all of that. You ain't have to even say that like that. I said, tell me I'm lying. Like, y'all prostitutes. He looking at y'all like, thanks for buying these shoes. Go out there, turn some tricks, and come back and buy some more shoes. They like, damn, man. Dude like, man, you get on my nerve, bro. You make me want to take these bitches back. He said, and Shorty went off. The young one went off. Boy, he went crazy. He like, damn, Pharaoh, you get on my goddamn nerve. You making me mad, man. You making me want to take these bitches back right now. I'm just telling you, bro. You ain't got to take them back. Don't go get no more from his ass. He ain't going to buy nothing from y'all, black ass. Y'all open up a sneaker shop and see how many Middle Easterners and Asians come buy some shit from you. Stop giving them people your goddamn money. The dude at the shoe store, he said, you looking at something, you want to get some? I was like, no. He's like, can I help you get some? I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He went, go help them, punk. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, yeah, you could help me. Go give me a pair for free. What do you mean? Go give me a pair for free. You heard me. How much money they spending here? All right, give me a pair of these shoes, man. I just didn't want them, but if I would have worn them, that's how I would have. Yeah, it had the great effect because they thinking. They're like, man, Pharaoh, you a trip, man. I see what my daddy used to hang with you. That's what they said. He said, I see what my daddy love you, Pharaoh. You the realest ever. That's what he said. That's why I keep saying the realest nigga alive, because that's what all the shorties keep saying. Man, Pharaoh, man, OG, man. Pharaoh, I ain't never heard no shit like that, man. Man, love, I was like, man, y'all good. He said, and you ain't take our money. That's what dude like, man, I was going to buy you wouldn't even take my money like that. You wouldn't even take my money because you didn't really want this shit. He said, man, Pharaoh, you know how many people that made me buy that shit? Like, bro, your daddy really like a brother for me. Your daddy really like my brother. Why you think y'all don't be having no problems over here where y'all live at? They're like, what you mean? Just think about it. I've been over here. Y'all just didn't know I've been over here. I've been over here. They're like, you lying. I've been over here. Word on the street is, I told them, I better not have to come back over there. That's what somebody told me. They told me that. I said, they told me word on the street over there where y'all live at, that I better not have to come over there. I don't know. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Ask your daddy. He know. The whole penitentiary know. Ask him. I've been watching y'all. Making sure y'all straight. Like that. Stop throwing your goddamn money away. Stack your bread. Stack your money. You could be saving that money for your daddy when he get out. Although he probably don't need it. I'm sure he got some money somewhere, but still, stop buying all this shit, bro, and turn it down. I said, I'll let you know when everything back all right. That's what I told him. I said, but bro, right now, 2026, this summer, you better get little. I said, y'all cannot be out here moving around in Chicago this summer flossing. Turn it down, look as normal as possible, and move a little. I told him straight up, y'all ain't reading the room. The economy is flopping. The tensions is high. The YNs is more violent than ever before. Get little. I told him straight like that. Good, lower your profile. Stop upping, lower your profile. Kind of disappear into the shadows. The youngest one, the one like, word. I keep telling them that, Pharaoh, we need to chill. The baby is smart. The oldest one is smart too, but the young one, he own it. He like, I keep telling him that. I said, he gonna get it. He's like, I keep telling him that. I said, yeah, everybody around there hate y'all. They don't want to see you doing good. Tone that shit down. Y'all got money, park them cars and buy like some regular cars. If you can, make them think you fell off. Then you'll be out of sight, out of mind. I said, it's gangster shit. You gotta play hardball. Stop all this shopping though. Shopping. Stop spending y'all money like that. Save y'all money. Cause I know dudes spend money like that and then they got arrested and they have bail money. It basically hustlers living from paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Heck yeah, they ready. You already know. Yeah, they ready. If they see any signs of anything, that's why I used to hide my cars. All of them. Anytime I hide it. Because I know parking it in the hood, parking it where I live is bad. So I'm making enough money. I go get a used Honda or something and drive it till it break down. Then I learned about the auction. They had an auction out there somewhere right outside Chicago with some like church where they donate their cars and they auction. I forgot the name of that place. And I go out there, buy a van for like $800 and drive it. A couple years till it break down. I go buy another. I wouldn't even pay to get it fixed. Why would I pay $1,600 to get it fixed? I only pay $800 for it. I go out there and get another car, $700, and hide all the cars. Hide them. I don't be showing nobody nothing. I try to tell them, I said, man, stop showing people what y'all got. Hide that shit. Stop showing people what you got. All the different cars I used to have, I only took picture of these two. You know where these cars is at? You see where they at? They at the storage locker. I had pulled them out the storage lockers and took the picture and parked them back in the storage locker. I had the hoods that lock. I used to put stuff under the hood with the lock and the alarm. So it's in the storage locker with the alarm, with the hood lock. I would have money in there, like 50,000 in the caddy, 50,000 in the truck, with the hood locked from the inside in the storage locker. So if the police raid and stuff, they can't find my money. One time I was in jail over there in Markham, and they gave me my bail. I forgot what I got arrested that time for. My queen was there. And I was like, I looked back, I said, the money's in the car. And the police officer said, I wish I knew where that car was at. You see, we look back, the money's in the car. She boop, you know what I'm saying? Got the money, bail me out. Because if she don't bail me out, if she don't get there, I probably see the judge like 10 in the morning. If she don't get there and get back and bail me out by 2 or 3, they're going to send me to the county. Now it's going to take forever. If she come pay the bill, it's going to take forever for them to process me, get me the hell out of there. So the whole key is to make, if once the judge give you bail, pay that bill right there at Markham and get the hell out of there. She went, got the money. I went home. It wasn't nothing serious anyway. I forgot what that was. That was some bullshit. I forgot what that was. Just some police messing with me, I think. It might have been the gun case I caught in South Holland. That was bogus. The gun was legal. But I didn't keep all that stuff in front of my house, and I didn't wear no whole bunch of flashy clothes, and I didn't wear no whole bunch of big jewelry and stuff like that. I only wore that stuff to the studio every now and then, depending on the event. If the event was high class enough, I might wear some jewelry or whatever. So that's why I said the jewelry wasn't no good. I couldn't ever wear it anyway. It was just some shit just to be having it. And you can't wear it. Wear it where? Dudes be wearing that stuff. They be straight marks. And then they always got weapons on. So the police, unless they got the concealed carry, they going to jail. The police know you got to have a weapon. You got all this jewelry on. It's a no win. So I was arguing with them, man, like 2 hours, with 2.5 hours with them shorties, trying to get their mind right. They doing too much. They get money and they stunting. I understand they're young and they feeling good, and they make you feel like, in this world they make you feel like, dress for success. So that's what they feel. That's what he said, man, dress for success. I'm like, what success? You in the streets. I told him, I said, they like, we out here winning. I told him, I said, man, you not winning if you overspend it. They're like, Unc, you made that up? I'm like, yeah. You're not winning if you're overspending. You're only winning with accounts receivable. If you got too many accounts payable, you're losing. You're hustling backwards. We want money this way, this way, this way, this way. Then we go and invest. When we invest, our money going to quadruple from the investment. Then we make all the original. So if I go and I spend $5,000 with you to recop, the first thing I want is my $5,000 back. I'm not buying shit. I got to get rid of this stuff, get my $5. Cool. Am I buying shit? No, because that's just my $5 back. Now I got to get my 5 or 10 profits. I'm not giving you nothing. I've got to get my money back. I'm here to invest this, make this. I'm not here to invest this, make money, give it to you. No. I only bought the Cadillac because the dude gave me 2 for nothing, for cheap. So I bought 1 for me and 1 for my wife. When I had a new engine put in mine, but I got it for cheap. The truck was a payment, so that wasn't nothing. That was payment, so I didn't have to come off no lot of cash for that either. I'm not giving them no money for nothing. That's why I'm trying to teach these young brothers. When you get out here rapping, and a lot of these athletes learning now, they just buying modest homes. Every time you look up, an athlete getting married a bunch of times, having babies, getting sued by the baby mama. He messed around with Cardi B. Next thing you know, she take a milli from him, 2 milli. Every time you look up, these dudes losing all their money. Every time you look up, they flat ass broke. Every rapper broke. Make all that money doing dumb shit like Poosh Icy. Poosh Icy come out, he hot, dropped some hot song, like hot. That main song he dropped as soon as he got out, fire hot. He couldn't go sit his ass down. Gucci want to meet with you. Cool. Go meet with Gucci. Keep it cool and go about your business. Gucci was on some bitch shit taking the chain back though from bro. Like, bro, let dude keep the chain. What is you on? But still, that ain't enough to crash out. Now they all going bye-bye. Is that worth the chain and all that stuff they did? To jag their whole life off. All that stuff, the Fed's gonna take it off. Now I don't speak on active criminal stuff. I watch Seti Nash and them, they speak on it, but They wasn't outside like me. I don't speak on active investigations and cases. I was really outside, so I ain't gonna speak on none of that. I ain't speak on Dirk until the when he go to trial. 'Cause I don't speak on the police and all that. I don't know nothing. They those that be doing. I can't hate on them to do it like Poetic Flacco and them because he a civilian. But I'm kind of civilian, but not really. So I can't speak on. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I won't speak on no active cases. It ain't really nothing to say. You know, in the streets, it's like let dude fight the case and don't add no noise to it. Just let him fight the case. The street, you know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes claim they from the streets, but they always speaking on the streets. They couldn't be from the streets. Cause if you really from the streets, you ain't speaking on none of that. Not on no internet. There ain't no street dude gonna get on the internet. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty should have did this, and they got too Shiesty for that, and then no, I don't know. No, I don't know. I ain't speaking on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That ain't what we do. Speaking on no open cases, like that's all a violation. You're not supposed to speak on no open case. Now, while he's in trial, you can't make no difference of the trial, and you could talk about what's going on day to day in the trial, but you can't speak about no criminal case and what somebody did and repeating what they did and all this. These dudes be crazy. I watch Seti Nash, he do it, but that's Seti Nash. Maybe that's his lane. If that's your lane, I can't say you can't have that lane because you like a reporter. So Seti Nash like a reporter. Poetic Flacco like a reporter. Academics, I ain't a reporter. I'm an ex street nigga. I don't know nothing. I ain't seen. I ain't speaking on no criminal case. I don't know. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know nothing. I'm not speaking on Brick Baby or none of them until it actually be happening. I might speak on it. I'm watching it all, but I don't know nothing. Because the people I know and people I come up around, if they see me doing that, I'm gonna make people nervous. Hey man, I seen Pharaoh on the internet running his mouth about police shit. See that ain't that ain't no good look, you know what I'm saying? Any of the guys, see me, talk about police matters, they're gonna be like, what is you doing? We don't know nothing, we don't see nothing. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. I don't know. I don't even be saying free dudes. I don't be saying free nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't be saying free no dudes because you know what come with this. And you go out here and get in trouble, you get locked up. What do you mean free you? You were found guilty. So I can get caught with 5 birds and get locked up. Y'all gonna say free Pharaoh? That don't make no sense. How you gonna free me? I'm guilty. I got confused. They just be saying free anybody. But how you gonna free you when you caught a case and you was sentenced? And you know that's what come with that. If I go out here and shoot somebody, I know what come with that. So when I get caught in that what you mean free Pharaoh? You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh risked his freedom when he did that stupid shit. So he did, and that's what come with it. I don't be doing no free nobody. free dude, free this one, free that one. The only way I could say free you is if you was absolutely innocent and it was like a bullshit case. Then I'd be like, man, free dude. You know what I'm saying? But if you just was out here and you got in trouble for doing crimes, that's what come with it. Go sit down, get your commissary, play some cards, and do your time like a G and come on. You know? And don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's what come with it. Don't do the crime. You have to think, I'm mad at dude. Why would you go shoot dude and get a murder case? Now you get the murder case. Now you're like, that shite. I ain't gonna speak on it. But some of these dudes crash it out all on camera. Just, I don't know. It's not till after they get in trouble that they realize, bro, you supposed to know that early in the game. But don't nobody know, though. I'll be honest, nobody know. That's the one flaw in the streets. You don't know. You really don't know what come with it. They say you know what come with it, but really you don't. You don't. When they say you know what come with it, they be lying. I remember standing in court and the judge say, hey, that's 8 to 40. I was like, 8 to 40? I thought I'd get like 4. I thought I'd get like 4. That's what I thought. The most I'm gonna get 4. When he said 8 to 40, I'm like, 8 to 40? What you mean this carry 8 to 40? And it wasn't until I was in the county jail with the OGs, been to prison and stuff, and they know everything. That's when I'm like, oh, wow, because the OGs know everything. You're like, oh, what you in there for that? Oh, that carry 5.7. Oh, what you in there for that? Oh, that's 12. That's 9 to 12. The OGs have been to prison. They know what everything you did. They know exactly how much time come with it. See, I didn't know all that. I'm in the county jail with dudes who've been to prison. Man, they know it all. Anything you do. Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That's 612. Yeah, that's 612. Now don't do that. Don't do that. That's 8 to 20. Yeah, you can do 8 to 20 years for that. That's like, damn, how you know all this stuff? They'd be like jailhouse lawyers. I didn't know none of that. They said 8 to 40. I'm like, 8. I would have just got out about 5 years ago. I would have been gone from 1998 to recently. Well, maybe not. They probably wouldn't have gave me, they could though. Then that's another thing. A cool judge is 8 to 40, might give you 9. An asshole might give you the whole 40. If you got the wrong judge, he might give you the whole 40. He might give you 35, he might give you 30. So your whole life is just in a prayer. You don't know what. Your life is in the judge's hand. Because that's who sentenced you. And boy, that's a bad position to be in. That's why we're trying to teach these young shorties. Because they out here and all they doing is buying sneakers and shit. And I'm like, brother, you know what I'm saying? Instead of buying all these sneakers and stuff, why don't you sit your money aside? I told the oldest one and his relative, right? So I told the oldest one and his nephew, they was the oldest. I said, y'all need to put the money and send the youngest one to school to be an electrician or something. That's how y'all gotta hustle. Y'all two take y'all money, send him to school to be an electrician. He get out, start getting money, then he send you to school to be one or a plumber or something. And y'all take y'all money and send each other to school to get some legal money, like real hustling. They said they gonna think about that. I'm like, send the baby, send the younger ones, send them to school to be an electrician. Stop buying all them sneakers and shit and get him some work boots and the equipment he need to learn a trade. And when you right there and talk to them, when they dropped me off, they was hugging me. They really appreciated it, man. Because, I get out. I wasn't playing with them. Like people be on the internet. But when I'm really in your face, I really be going hard. I was going hard with them. I was like, shut up talking stupid. So I was hitting them over the head with it. And by the time they dropped me off, they was like, man, that's why my daddy fuck with you. That was some real shit, man. My head spinning right now, Pharaoh. You got my head spinning, man. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, you got my head spinning, man. I got a lot to think about, man. I love you so much, man. I'm going to tell my daddy we seen you, man. I said, yeah, tell your daddy. I said, what's up? And I would come visit them, but I don't know if they're going to let me in. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm a fella, and they don't be letting me in. You know what I'm saying? And it's all them years for some bullshit cases that ain't nothing, and they won't let me in. I don't even got no real crimes or nothing. That's what I was telling them too. I don't even got no real crimes. No shootings, no unalivings, nothing. Just some bullshit. I don't even got no real criminal crimes like a criminal. The system is fixed. But it don't matter. I work for myself anyway. They can't do shit to me anyway. I'm F them in everything they stand on. Yeah, I told them, y'all take the money, send him one place, then send him there and send him there. And then y'all can start a whole business. You got the plumber, you got the electrician, you got this one, you can learn concrete or whatever. And y'all can have one business where all that's at. Y'all gonna get rich. But send the youngest one first. Send him now. Get him out the streets. Y'all ain't doing nothing but wasting money on sneakers. That money could go to trade school. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get y'all out those sneakers, get y'all in some gators. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, shut your ass up, Pharaoh. Stop. I was like, get out those sneakers, boy, and get you some Maris, boy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some busters. I was dissing the hell out of. I'm like, man, y'all some busters, boy. This how you supposed to be doing it, boy. What the fuck is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? Y'all in some sneakers, trying to buy me some sneakers. Boy, I look like I wear sneakers, boy. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I wear gators, boy. What did you talk about? That's what I told her. Boy, you know how many pair of sneakers, boy? You know how many pair of sneakers I could get with just one of these? Boy, just one of these. Come on, boy, stop playing. You see the M, you know what it is. Like, man, you just like my daddy. I ain't like your daddy. Your daddy locked up. He like, ouch. He was like, bro, say you just like my dad. I ain't nothing like your daddy. Stop. I'm not like your daddy. Your daddy not like me. That's why your daddy locked up, and that's why I'm free. I am not like your daddy. Stop. Your daddy will tell you I ain't like him. I ain't nothing like your daddy, boy. Stop. That's my boy, but I ain't like him. Your daddy been locked up twice. Why not like your daddy? The little brother, man, Pharaoh, you be saying too much, though. Hey, what y'all want me to lie? Boy, I'm not like your dad. Ask your daddy, am I like him? Your daddy gonna tell you, man, that man dreadlocks all the way down his knees. No, I'm not like him. I ain't got no dreads. Pharaoh different. I'm not like Pharaoh. And Pharaoh not like me. We our own people. No, I'm not like your daddy. No. I'm like your daddy. They gonna listen because I'm gonna keep riding their ass. I'm gonna help my man while he locked up with his babies. I've been knowing them boys all their life. I ain't letting them go out the back door. They smart. I really put it on them. See, on the internet you could get away, but in the car with me, it's fucked up with me. Boy, it's real messed up to be trapped with me. You know what I'm saying? It's real fucked up to be trapped with me all the way to the mall, all through the mall, all when they went to get food, all to the other mall and back. It was like torture. I was You know what I'm saying? I was on their ass. I was but it made sense, so they listening. It made sense. Because I kept saying, y'all shouldn't have gave that dude no money for no sneakers. I'd rather you order your sneakers straight from Nike than to go give it to him and let him exploit you. He would never buy none from none of us. Don't spend no money with him. Stop spending your money with this pirate. Selling our youth for all this shit. He wouldn't give you the time of day. I said, y'all didn't see how I treated dude. You didn't see how he didn't like me and how he was nervous and scared of me. It's like, yeah, I was wondering what was up with y'all. I was like, he a pirate. I just didn't want to rain on y'all thing. Y'all having fun. Y'all young. Y'all trying to get some sneakers. So I wasn't going to hate on what y'all was doing. But when he asked me, could he help me? I was like, no. You know what I'm saying? He said, I was wondering why you said that like that. You know what I'm saying? He said, can I help you get some? I said, no. You know what I'm saying? How you can't help me get shit, punk? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What the hell? Come on, man. I remember a time you was in the wrong neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Walk the school walk. You know, you wouldn't have been able to just be here like that. You would have had to holler at somebody. They was out in the white area though. They giving them people all their money. I know a shorty, he a junior, he's selling sneakers. He making more money than them and they young grown. They in their 20s. I'm like, man, I know a dude, he ain't number 15. He making bank. He's selling sneakers. He getting them rare sneakers from here, clean them up, selling them over there, making bank. I'm like, how y'all let a baby outdo y'all? I know a shorty in Florida flipping sneakers getting paid, and he a baby. He like a junior in high school. Might be a sophomore. He young. Because he don't drive yet. He was 15, he was 16 yet. Shorty making bank. He in the sneaker game. I'm like, y'all ain't trying to make no money. Like it's a sneaker game out here. Why y'all ain't? I said, man, do you know what you could get for all them sneakers you've been saving all them years? I said, bro, you should be selling sneakers. If you just love sneakers, get in the game. The sneaker game is a lot of money. For real. They pay a lot of money for classic sneakers. I'm talking about a lot. Because like I said, this boy number 15 years old, he making money. He live in Florida. Shorty making money. Get mad if his mama don't take him to the post office right away to mail off them sneakers so he can get his money. He be having clients waiting. Mommy, take me to the post office. He get mad if she'll take him to the next day. He want to mail him off and get his money. Shorty making money flipping sneakers. It's a whole hustle. You just got to study which sneakers is worth money. And there's people that got sneakers, they don't know they worth nothing. But you know they worth something. So you buy them. Then you make $200-$300 off of them. You done bought them for $75. You done sold them for $375, $475. They just buying sneakers, ain't making no money. Oh, they want to buy me some sneakers. Bro, I don't be sneaking. I don't even wear sneakers, boy. He said, what you mean you don't wear sneakers? He said, you got some sneakers on right now? I said, boy, these ain't sneakers, these gym shoes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, stop. I said, boy, these not sneakers, boy. We don't, I'm really that. I don't wear sneakers, boy. We wear gym shoes. Y'all wear sneakers. But we wear gym shoes. Keep it gangster. We don't wear no sneakers because we don't be sneaking. But we wear gym shoes because we be in the gym. They're like, man, I ain't heard gym shoes. I ain't heard nobody say that in years. Yeah, these gym shoes, these not sneakers. They're like, them cold. I said, I got 2 pair. I got 1 pair I wear every day and tear them up. Then when I'm going somewhere, I got another pair just like them. I put them on to ride around with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 pair. Because I liked them. They was comfortable. They had that army green. So when I bought them, I bought 2 pair. One I wear all the time. I'm telling them, I'm giving y'all game. If you really like a sneaker and you want to look good when you go out in it, buy 2 pair. Wear one every day, let it get beat up, and save the other one for when you go out. That's game. That's how you do it. If you just like the shoe, buy 2. And stop putting them up, saving them, wear them mugs. My father taught me, he said, look, boy, don't be saving nothing. He said, my mother at that time, my mother had plastic on all the furniture in the living room. So I said, I'm going to have Bessie take all this plastic off of this furniture. I want to sit on my furniture. He said, before I die, I want my furniture to be tore up. He said, I don't want my car or my furniture or nothing to live longer than me. I want to use it. I said, damn, that's some deep shit. He like, I don't want to save nothing. I don't want to be dead and the furniture perfect. I said, hell no. That's my dad. I was a little boy. I'll never forget that. He said, Bessie up here trying to save this furniture. I want to sit on my furniture. I want to sit on that damn plastic. I ain't paid to sit on no plastic. If it tear, buy another one. But I do not want to sit on plastic and then my body wither away and the couch still brand new. I said, damn. My daddy used to be dropping bombs on us when we little. He used to be dropping bombs. He'd be telling you shit nobody be want to tell you. He didn't care how little you could be 3. He'll tell you some stuff you're supposed to tell somebody grown. You just be looking at him. My mom like, Randolph, that boy don't know what you talking about. Yes, he do. Them kids in the project know. He would always, for real. He told me that. I never forgot that. I'm like, yeah, use your stuff. You just saving stuff for nothing. Don't make no sense. Like these albums, I'm finna get these albums to my daughter, I think. I think my youngest daughter, I think I'm gonna give them to her. I ain't gonna give them to my sons because my sons jet setters. They don't sit still. She probably gonna sit still. So I'm gonna give them to her, let her go ahead and play them and have them. And then she can pass them down. And you can hold these until you find somebody else that's responsible, a PJ responsible, then give them to him. So they could get played. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I got a friend, he saved his sneakers and he went, they was all messed up. They was all messed up. He said they did something, they dry rotted or something. He said, I did everything. I put them in the right container. I said, no, you didn't do everything. It's a lot you got to do to really preserve that leather and all that. You can't just save them like you think. It's a process to save them sneakers. It got to be the right humidity and the temperature in the room and all that. It's a lot when you're talking about saving stuff. You be saving it for nothing. So I'm either going to give them to my daughter or I'm going to sell them. Sell them to a collector. Be like, you can get all of them. Give me $100,000. You can have them. Not my George Clintons, because those autographed. Those in my safety deposit box. You made that mistake and they fell apart on the date. Exactly. My daddy's best friend, Mr. Smith, he had a Cadillac, 1970 something, the gold with the white leather seats and the white convertible. And he had it in the garage. And he never drove it. He had it in the garage 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. The whole car dry rotted. The mice and shit that went in there ate up all the wires. He had to sell it to a dude. The dude had to refurbish. The body still was good, but he ended up selling it, and a young dude had to refurbish the whole car because he thought he could save that car, and he couldn't. The car still tore up. I had my Cadillac, and I had redone my Cadillac, and the lady next door, a storm came, and it fell on the car, destroyed the whole damn car, and I couldn't get no money because of some kind of natural disaster shit, so nobody at fault. Thing fell on my caddy, tore my whole caddy. Man, I was mad as hell. I had rebuilt that caddy from scratch. It was an 87 short body. Damn tree fell on it, tore my whole car up. I was like, damn. I'm going to give me another one, though, next year. I seen a couple down in Florida. I'm going to give me an 87. They got some nice cars in Florida. I'm going to go get me another. I like that short body. I'm either going to get that or the Seville. But I think I'd rather get the short body. I give it to my grandson. Or give it to his daddy. But his daddy don't take care of shit, so I ain't gonna give it to him. He don't care. That car be towed up in no time with him. I don't know what's wrong with him. I took him to a dealer. We had both got some nice cars. We had both got some Camrys, some white ones, like only a year old, straight off the lot. Man, I seen his Camry 6 months later. I said, boy, what the hell? You should have seen that car 6 months later. Man, still immaculate. His dents and shit. He ain't cleaning it out. I said, boy, what the? I had to get rid of mine too. It was burning too much gas. I'm trying to make some money. I had to get rid of that Camry because I was driving Uber. It was making too much money. It was burning too much money. And I'm driving to the airport. I see the white boys in them little bitty ass cars with 3 people in it. He ain't burning no gas. I said, shit. I would have got rid of that. It would have got me a little ass car like for $700. Boy, I'm not driving this gas guzzler. I can't make no money like that. Boy, when I got that little car, I was getting paid. Boy, that was a good hustle right there. I hate they messed that up. Well, Uber was popping. They hired too many drivers. Man, that was the best hustle ever in. Man, that was a good hustle because you could do it when you get ready and you can't get fired. Imagine that. You can't get fired. You don't got to go for 3 months, and one day you could just go make you a couple $100. Come on, man, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. That was the best hustle ever. Anyway, that's up. That's what's up with that. It's cool to dress for success, but make sure you're really dressing for success. It's something that people just be saying. You can dress for success if you in a certain type of profile where people gonna see you like a movie star or some type of director or depending on what it is. Some cases you don't have to do that. Some cases you do. For sure, it's a certain way you got to dress when you go to work every day. If you work in an office, depending on what type of work it is. But in most cases, as long as you clean and you just halfway decent, that's all it's going to require. You can't always get success from how you dress. Some things you can only get success if you got the skill set. You can't dress to be a dentist. You gotta know how to do dentistry. So things like being a dentist, you have to have a great personality. You gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know your dentistry. You gotta know really what you're doing. But you gotta have a good personality to make your clients want to keep coming back to you and want you to be their personal dentist. See what I'm saying? But you can't always uh, dress for success. If you work in the corporate world, mm, in the corporate world, if you work in a big office in the corporate world, the best look is not that perfect looking look. So if you're in the corporate world, if you get a job and you work for a corporation or something, and you know you're thinking of a suit and tie and all that, that's really not the best look. The best look is a sports jacket, right? So in corporate, the best look is not what you think. You cannot dress for success in the corporate world unless you weigh up the scale. If you're working, y'all listen to me, if you're working in the office at corporate, the bet you have to dress to look like you work hard, not for success. So you want to have pants, shirt, tie, and sleeves rolled up. You want to roll. You don't want to have your shirt button all the way down. You want to have those two things rolled up to here, so you look busy. Okay, just because you got on the suit, that's not gonna get you nowhere inside a corporate. Because once you go in corporate, they working. If it's IBM or whatever, they're not just in there looking professional. No, it's work. So you want to look busy. So there's a certain dress code, but you want to wear that dress code to look busy. If you got a suit and all that on, you don't look busy. And you can go in any of these corporate offices and you're going to see men, they not going to have no jacket on. And they're going to have their sleeves rolled up. That one roll up, they're not going to be buttoned all the way down unless they're having a meeting. If they're having a meeting, they're buttoning it down. But when they're working, no. You got to look like you working. So don't let them fool you like, oh, you are buttoned up. No. because corporate is still work. It's just corporate work, but it's still work. If you work in an office, it's work. Don't think you in the office and it's Barbie and Ken. No. You putting in that 8 hours every day and you are working. And the only time you got to up your look is when you move up. Right? So when you on your way up, that's when you start dressing like a boss. But you don't have to dress like a boss if you're not a boss. You have to dress like a worker. And it's a certain way you're going to have to shave. It's a certain way you're going to have your hair cut. And some places don't care, but most do. But if you're a man, you're going to have on a shirt. You should have on a button-up shirt. Sometimes you can wear a tie, sometimes you have to. It's a button-up shirt. But have long sleeves and roll it up to here. Because you got to look like you're working. And that's how you look like you're productive. If you don't look like you're doing shit up in here. You ain't going to go in no office and see them with their suit jacket on because they working. You're going to be sweating your ass off. It ain't like you just in there modeling with no three-piece suit on. They don't wear three-piece suits. A lot of times they wear sweater, shirt, or that's why they sell jackets that ain't necessarily a sports jacket. But you have to look like you're working. It is good to wear a tie. And you can wear a jacket, but when you get to work, take that jacket off and roll that sleeve up like that to right there. You know, that one fold up. Because the boss got to look at you and you got to look like you're working. The boss only pay attention to the workers. They don't pay no attention they don't care nothing about how tidy you is. Are you getting this work done? Because any business you go to, they're on a timeline. Things got to be done. Projects got to be completed. And then the reason you got that and you got your jacket, because if the big bosses come from New York or come from there and they call you into the meeting for the bigger bosses, that's when you got to roll that sleeve down, button it up, put that jacket on when you go into that boardroom. So you got to have your boardroom look and you got to have your I'm working my ass off look. And you got to be able to switch that while you're there. So you got to have button-up shirts. That's all you should wear. If you're in corporate, you got to have a bunch of button-up shirts. That's got to be like an expense. After a while, you got to throw those away. Because you might be working hard and sweat the neck out. You send it to the cleaners, they clean it, but after a while, you ain't going to be able to clean it. You're going to have to get it. You're going to have to get something else. Because you're working. So that's for you young people. Whatever job you work at, you better look busy. You better be busy. Because that's going to determine if you're going to get a raise or moved up in the company. You ain't going to be able to dress your way to get that raise. You're going to get that raise by production. Production going to get you the raise. And keep your damn mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. All that yak. The more you talk, the more your opportunity to say something wrong. If you don't say nothing, you can't say nothing wrong. Keep your damn mouth shut. Only thing you talk about is business. When they come and say, how was your weekend? You say, oh, it was fine. They say, what you do? Oh, not too much. That's it. Now, no, oh, me and the kids went here. Me and the thing there. You think that's putting you in. That's putting you out. You giving them an opportunity not to like you now. You give them opportunity to try to know you personally. When somebody know you personally, they can like you personally or dislike you personally. You don't want no personal shit in the job. Period. Keep your damn mouth shut. Do your job. Speak at a bare minimum. This to the young brothers and sisters. Speak at a minimum. Let everybody else talk. And you just be in the middle. Don't say too much. Don't be distant. Don't be close. Keep your mouth shut. Don't let them try to get to know you. You don't want them to know you as a person. You want them to know you as an employee. That's it. Okay? Friends become enemies. So you don't want to be nobody's friend. As long as you're not their friend, you will not be their enemy. Period. I've seen, especially women, I've seen so many women fail like that. Went to work, made a friend, fell out with the friend. Mess up the work environment. I'm giving you game. Keep your mouth shut. Don't be no friend. You're coming to work. Hi. How's the project? Oh, what we supposed to do with this? What's going on with the project? What's going on with this? That's it. Every time they know you for asking about what got to be done. They don't know you from what you did over the weekend. None of that shit. Keep your damn mouth shut. If a fish would keep his mouth shut, it wouldn't get caught. His mouth open, that's how the hook get in it. Keep your mouth shut. Don't make no friends at work. Those is co-workers. Don't make no friends at work. Don't give nobody your phone number. Nobody talking to you at your house. None of that. I know a girl, she worked at corporate. She went to lunch with a girl. A girl took out some herb and lit it and gave it to her. She hid it. And I guess when the girl went back, they smelt it on. The girl said the other girl was the one that had it. Got her fired. The one that pulled it out blamed it on the other one. I said, you never should have messed with her like that. You never should have went to lunch with her. You should have went to lunch on your own. You shouldn't have went no lunch with her. You got to work with her all day. You want to be bothered with her at lunch? Don't be in there socializing. Young people, listen to me. Do not socialize at work. Don't. That's the worst thing you could do. Get the job done. That's it. Do your work, go home. You want to get noticed? Do your work, go home. That's the one get noticed. The one that get noticed the most is the one do their work, be quiet, go home. Do their work, go home. Do their work, go home. That's the one the bosses see. That one right there. No playing, no chitty chatty. They come here every day. They do their work and they go home. That's the one. Then the boss is going to get to try to know you. Because the boss don't want no chatty patty. The boss ain't going to get close to no chatty patty. The boss not going to get close to no chatty patty. Keep your damn mouth shut. Don't make no friends. And be busy and get the job. Be busy. The busier you are, the quicker the day go anyway. And dress modest. Don't dress like you hanging out, and don't dress like you a corporate boss. Dress right in between. That young dude that come with a shirt and a towel and a sweater, a little button-up sweater, they're going to move him up quick. They're going to put him in a suit. Yeah, they're going to get him out. They're going to move him up into a suit because he looked like he coming to work. He looked decent. He fit the dress code. He not overdoing it, and he working. And be professional. Whatever job you go to, young people, be professional. Keep your mouth shut. No talk about it home. No nothing. Don't tell nobody your business. Nothing. Go to work. Go home. Go to work. Go home. Keep your mouth shut. 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 And I tell you something else. This is what you do. This is how you stay out of trouble when you go to work. Let's say you make $15 an hour. This is what you do when you go to work. You get to work at 9, right? When it gets 10, you say 15. That's 15. When it's 11, you say that's 30. When it's 12, you say that's 45. Every hour, you count how much money you made. Do that every day you go to work. You don't have to do it as you go, but always look and know how much you made. Okay, I make $15 an hour. I've been here 4 hours, $60. 8 hours, $120. Go home. You know why you do that? That's what keep your finances together. Because if I go to work, I make $15 an hour. 30, 60. It's lunchtime. I make $60. I go to lunch. My lunch costs $15. 60 minus 15 is 45. See? I only made 45 because I spent 15. So now when I come and I make another 30, 60, 60 and 45, I made $105. This is how you keep up with your finances so you don't be going to work and spending all your money that you're making. You done went to work. In the first 4 hours, you done made 60. The last 4 hours you done made 120, but you done messed around and spent $50. You spending out your money. That make you know that, okay, I'm trying to go to work. I'm gonna make $120. I need to, how much of this $120 can I bring back home? If you ain't working like that and counting it, you're gonna be just spinning your wheels. Because you already got your bills at home. You got bills. So you don't want to create no lot of bills at work and you depleting your money while you at work. Now, another way that works is like this. I make it $15 an hour. I get there at 9, 10, that's 15, 11, that's 30. An employee come to me and say some side off way shit. I ignore him. You know why I ignore him? I ignore him. I say 45. See what I'm saying? He come and say some weirdo shit to me. Like something messed up. I say, oh yeah, cool. I always respond like something wrong with you, like you don't know what they said. Never let them see you got mad. They're going to try to say something to see if you get mad. Never let them, they can't see that. So you come, you say some weirdo stuff to me. I was like, oh yeah, cool. So now he thinking something wrong with Pharaoh. I said something negative. He said, oh yeah, cool. I don't think you understand what I said. But when I'm counting, 15, 30, like that. 15, 30, 45, 60. So nothing you can do can get me pissed or nothing because I'm counting. You at work acting a fool. You trying to irritate me. I'm like, that's 85. I'm counting my money. So nothing you saying affected me. You understand? This is how you go to work. Count your money. If they say the sky blue blah, 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 right? Don't matter. You come back from work, you work an hour, you done made 60, right? 60, 75, 90. Next thing you know, you didn't hit your 120. All right, y'all, see y'all tomorrow. That's 120. I had lunch, I spent $10. That's 110. And every day you come and you count your money and you play stupid. You don't let nobody trick you out your square because somebody will say something negative to you, right? Act like you didn't know what it was. And then they'll be watching you to see you respond from their negativity. They'll say something negative and they will actually watch you trying to see your personality and your attitude and the way you feel, trying to get you to adjust yourself. But after they think like you some retarded or something, like me, and they keep saying stuff to me, and then I don't act like I know it, they be like, man, I gotta stop. There's something wrong with him. I've been insulting this dude for 4 weeks. I don't think he know what I'm saying. Let me find somebody else to irritate. Pharaoh too stupid to irritate. They gonna be like, I'm not no fun. They gonna stop trying to irritate me because they like, you ain't no fun. You say something sideways to me, I see you the next day, I be like, hey, and I just keep going. And they like, why is he cool? Don't he know I'm dissing him? No, I don't know you dissing me. No, I don't know nothing. I know it's lunch and I know I made $60. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna pay you no attention because once they try to irritate you, so now I got women and dudes I know I have to help them with that. Every day they go to work, they're irritated because they let somebody irritate them. Now work is a burden. Oh, I don't want to go in there because you let somebody make work a burden. You let them irritate you and put that on your soul. You understand? Look, there's somebody just slow. They just be talking about something ain't nobody talking about. You always been that slow? Slow as hell. How long you been slow? Slow as hell. They ain't making $1. You need to be making some money if you're going around. How much they paying you to waste your time doing that? Boy, you need to get a life. Your life sucks. What's your name? Encore Film. I'd hate to be you. Jesus Christ. Boy, your life is messed up. His life is gone, ain't it? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the internet and I'm going to just say goofy stuff. I'm going to get on the internet. I'm going to try to irritate people. I don't got nothing else. My life sucks. I don't got nothing else to do. I ain't got no woman. Nobody love me. Nobody want to be by me. I ain't got no kids. I'm going to the internet. I'm going to be a troll. I don't understand trolls. I don't know how the hell you got time to do that. Just what I was just telling y'all. You gonna let somebody like that irritate you? That's how I be at my job. If he was at my job, I act like I ain't hear his ass. He'll do that every day. Every day, act like he ain't doing that. After about 4 weeks, he'll stop doing it. He'll be like, "Oh, I ain't getting no response. I ain't even getting no response. Just wasting my time." That fool gonna be logging in. That's why trolls disappear once they find out, I ain't got no time to keep trolling. That's just perfect. That's how you gotta be at your job. Go to your job. Don't let nobody irritate you. and stack your bread. And if you go to the job and deep down in your soul, you feel like you don't like it, don't complain about it. Just go find another job and go give them a 2 week notice. I'll be leaving in 2 weeks. I work somewhere else. Yeah, it is real smooth. This is how I work at jobs when I worked at jobs. I don't let nobody irritate me at no damn job. I'm here to make so much money. That's all I do is count the money. And don't get caught up with people that try to make your life miserable so that every day they can come to work, they could be a part of misery in your life. Once they realize they can't connect to you, they'll stop. They'll only keep doing it if it affects you. Anybody in your life trying to irritate you and it don't affect you, they will stop. Try it. They will stop. They will only keep doing it if you buy into it. And now you are miserable and you at work and it's throwing your whole thing off. And now you making people miserable because you miserable. You got the mad face, everybody looking at you crazy. When you got to ignore that stuff and go to work and go home, go to work and go home, go to work and go home, and make your money and think about your money, think about your bills, think about what you paying. Don't be thinking about nobody at the damn job. You can tell I came straight out of high school working. You know, sometimes I have a person that might be racist or whatever, and they come and say something racist, like low-key racist to me. And I would say something like, oh, wow, great. I would say something don't make no sense. And I know when I leave, they'll be like, what do you mean great? You don't know what I just said? Then they'll be watching me all day to see if what they said affected me. And when they see it don't, they might try it one more time. I still play like I'm slow. You know what I'm saying? I play like hey Goshen, I'm playing like I'm slow, like I don't know what you try to do or nothing. You know how people at job try to do something underhanded? I never give on that I know that. Because when people try to do something underhanded to you, Goshen, don't they watch you to see you react? They'll watch you to see you react to it. And when you don't react to it, they'll go find somebody else. They'll be like, Pharaoh ain't no fun. Let me find somebody I could really irritate. You cannot irritate me. I'm not going home talking about you. You ever been with dating somebody there at home, and then Sheila, and then she said that to Bob, and I don't know, Sheila, get on my nerve. I said, damn, you all the way at home talking about them, they got you. Boy, I wish I would go home talking about somebody at work. Boy, I ain't thought about you except 2 seconds after you said whatever you said. Boy, I'm not thinking about you for real, though. Because once you buy into it, they just gonna grind you down. It's a game to them. I had a white supervisor when I worked at the book factory, and he was always trying to irritate me. And then when he realized I was too stupid to irritate, he left me alone. I think he was like, this dude is stupid. Don't he see I'm dissing him and stuff? I would act like something wrong with me, Goshen. I wouldn't just ignore them. I act like they said something else. Like something wrong with me. I would respond in a way don't make no sense. I would spin them. They'll come to me and say something racist. I'll say something like, oh, wow, cool. Like that. Some don't make no sense. Like they might come, you know, they like to use Obama. You know, Obama is what even blacks like to use him on some weirdo stuff, try to trigger you with Obama. So they might come and say, well, Obama didn't do anything. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, cool. And be like, what the hell you mean? Oh, yeah, cool. Fool, I said Obama didn't do nothing. He don't even know. Okay. You know, I would say something make no sense to the response. So instead of them watching me, what they don't know, I'm playing with you. I got you tripping. I'm running all this. So they come say something, yeah, the country, everybody's better than Obama. I'd be like, yo, yeah, cool. I won't be like, yeah, you're right. I'll say something that don't sound like the answer to what you said. And have you looking at me like, I don't think you heard what I said. So they might try it 2 weeks later. I do the same thing. Oh, Obama, I'd be like, oh, yeah, crazy, huh? And then they go, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, crazy. Okay. Pharaoh, no. Let me go irritate Jim. They find somebody to irritate. He too damn dumb to irritate. They be thinking I'm, you know what I'm saying? And when I come to work, they looking at me to see if I look irritated. And I absolutely don't. I make sure I don't look irritated. I absolutely don't give a fuck about what you talk about. Like, for real. Some people say they don't care, but they care. No, Pharaoh really, really, really don't care. Because you try to play with me. You try and make me miserable at work, and I got to come get my money. Now, maybe 2 years later, you don't work there no more. I'm in a place getting some food. You come in, hey, Pharaoh, how's it been going? Oh, yeah, I remember your bitch ass kept playing me at the job. I kept acting like I didn't know what your whole ass was doing. I started to knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? But that's when you're not at work now. You don't work there no more. That's when I let you know, you was acting like you won't smoke. What's up with that now? Oh, dang, yeah. You always was, and woo, 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 and wah, 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 woo, woo, because I ain't at work now. And you didn't even know that, huh? You didn't even know. I'm not going to let you know at work, though. I got to come in there every day. I can't afford to be irritated. It messes with my money man. I got to get up and go to work. I don't want to be thinking, oh my God, I got to go see John. Man, the hell with John. I don't know what John talking about. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a little teaching y'all how to go to work. Don't go to work and let nobody irritate you. Because they looking. They try to irritate, then they watch you. Let me see if she irritated. And let them watch you and look for you irritated. Say, hey, she ain't irritated. You take all the fun out of it. They don't want to do it no more. You ain't no fun. They want to irritate somebody. And once they irritate you, now it's messing up your whole psyche. You got to go to work every day. You go to work to make money and go home. That's it. Anything else don't matter. And you definitely don't want to take work back home. You don't want to go home. Man, this is dude at work. He always trying to play with me. Man, leave that dude there. 2 seconds after he said what he said, he should be a non-factor. Make him do all the work. Make him work hard to irritate you. Don't you buy into it. And don't be trying to make no friends up there, because that's who's going to do it. The only way you're going to get a friend at work, it's going to take over a year before you like, that's my friend at work. It's going to take over a year before somebody okay, cool. Like I worked at a book factory. It took a year or something before it was one brother, and we hooked up after work. He used to get speakers and stuff for free because he worked at like a Sears or something. He like, come on to the job, I could say some speakers, I give you my discount. But it took us a long time before we came close like that. It happened organically. You might make a friend, but it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be a while. And they ain't gonna be talking about work. I got a friend, she worked for an insurance company, right? Medical insurance company, right? So she had the job, and after work, she on the phone, gossiping, 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 gossiping. So up at her job, something happened, and a lady got fired. She was talking to other employees, gossiping on the phone about what happened. They fired her ass because she got all in that talking about that when she should have acted like she don't know nothing or nothing. A good job. And you know, her whole life went down after that because she had been working there for like 20 something years and lost that job. She was never able to replace that job. She almost lost her house. Her health went back. Everything went down. Her money was messed up, all because she was gossiping after work about some shit that was happening at that job. And she should have kept her mouth shut and stayed out of it. And guarantee you, the person she was gossiping with went back and told the bosses everything she was saying. And she should have never did that. On that phone, running her mouth. Because I used to hang out with her. She was like a girlfriend, like a woman friend, and I was trying to see if we could be some. But she talked too much. I mean, when you go to visit a woman, she all on the phone. Yeah, girl. And then they said this, and then they said that. So she really wasn't my type. I'm over here visiting you. You on the phone. Yeah, girl. Marvin too. Marvin too. And then Karen, she be walking around there. That's all she doing on the phone. And she was overweight. I'm like, that's why your ass overweight like that. You just sit around chit chat. Why don't you go walk or something and lose some of that, lose some weight? You just sitting around on that phone. God, they fired her ass. Yeah, they in a work environment, so they be trying to say all kind of crazy stuff. And when they say racism to me, the best thing is to act like you understand what they said. That's the best trick in the book. And you're still ignoring them, but it's worse than ignoring. You making them feel like like the communication didn't go through. See, if they say something racist to me and then I don't say nothing, a lot of times they still know that I heard what they said. But if I give them a response that have nothing to do with what they said, it's like the signal didn't go through, and uh, it's the ultimate win because they feel like whatever they tried to do, I make them feel like it didn't even go through. The signal didn't even go through, and hey, Gosha, they be totally discombobulated. It's funny as hell. They be but when you do that, they be messed up because they don't care if you respond or not. They want to give you that signal, and if you be quiet, they still think you got it. But if you respond like you don't know what they said or they said something else, they be totally discombobulated. It was a total fail. So they might come to me and say, so and so, so and so, so and so. I might say something like, yeah, I think all that happened Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. Something that they said over here. I said some shit, and they looking at me like, what the hell he mean? He think it was Tuesday. I don't think he heard what I said. I'll be like, hey, Gosha, they say something over here. I say something ain't got absolutely, absolutely nothing because I'll be having fun. I want to have some fun too. So I'll be having fun. So I'll make a response that do not go at all. Hey, it don't go at all with what they said. It's like I didn't hear what they saying. So now they can't even watch me because they can't look for no response because I never got the message. They thinking I'm slow. And the most they'll try, they might wait and they'll try it one more time. And then when I act like Gomer Pyle again and I act like I'm on the slow bus, they just cancel me. They totally cancel. He canceled. I'm off. They don't even target me no more. He canceled. Oh my God, I can't even. Oh my God, they be like, oh my God. They be so mad. They be so discombobulated. Never say nothing else crazy. They go find somebody else. Let me go find somebody that's not so stupid. This is the stupidest guy. Hey, as the guy at work, I went to him, I said something straight up racist, and he said something, I don't know what the hell he said. I said something racist to him, and he said to me, he said, yeah, I'm going to go Thursday. And I didn't say anything about going anywhere. This guy is such a loser. They'll say something. I might say, yeah, I was thinking about going Thursday. I make sure it don't got nothing. It'd be crazy. Like, I be having a ball. They leave me alone. They stop talking to me, period. A lot of times they become my friend for real. They're like, oh, jeez, I give up. They just give up. Yeah, give up because I'm stupid. I'm slow. I'm slow. I don't, no comprende, amigo. What? I don't know. Because I cannot let you know that I know what you said. That's a win for you. If I know what you said, you win it, period. But if I absolutely don't know what you said, that's an L. Hold this L. I don't even hear you. That's what I used to do. It worked quick, fast. That worked quick. They leave you alone. Matter of fact, now they leave you alone. They start being nice to you. Hey, Pharaoh. Hey. They think, leave him alone. He's slow. Leave Pharaoh alone. He's slow. Just leave him alone. They can't build up no vibe with me because they don't believe I picked up the signal. So if they don't believe I picked up the signal, they're able to wiggle out of it. So they're able to wiggle out of it. So they're able to play it off like they never did nothing racist. And I helped them out. Now they could be regular. They're like, well, he don't know what I said anyway. So we cool. Just like that. They get to be their regular self. Thanks to me. I don't know what you said. Boy, I'm coming to work. I'm not letting you play me and say nothing to me and watch me respond and try to treat me like a puppet. Boy, I'm not no puppet. I really know I know psychology. I'm finna spin the hell out you. Boo, I'm finna spin them. Ah. Boy, you should see their face when you give them an answer that don't got nothing to do with what they say. Boy, they be, man, they don't know what to do. It's the funniest shit. It's hilarious. They don't know what to do. You talk about confused when you give an answer that don't got nothing to do with what they said. Boy, they be lost. Because they trying to play. They trying to have fun. And they be like, oh, he's no fun. I'm not no fun. They be like, I'm not no fun. They can't have no fun. Oh, he sucks. He's not even no. Let me find somebody. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to irritate people. Stupid ass Pharaoh. I can't even irritate his stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? I did not. What is hell? What did he say? What? They come and try to irritate me, but I had them saying, what? They be like, what? I make sure it's all the way don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I'll be cracking. I go home and tell my woman this stuff. Yeah, I was at work. Dude came and said some race stuff to me. I told him, I heard it's gonna rain Friday. She like, you crazy as hell. That's what you said. I said, yeah. He said some racist shit. I said, I heard it was gonna rain Friday. And I just watch him walk off bewildered. He'd be like, gonna rain Friday? What? like, I waste that whole race it was a waste. You wasted. I'm slow. I didn't hear nothing. Now I ain't gotta worry about you constantly watching me trying to play with my emotions because you realize I don't got no emotions. I'm slow. I'm too slow to have you. I don't even know what you say yet. So it stops them from being my enemy. They don't be my enemy. For the rest of the time I work there, they never be my enemy. Because as far as they're concerned, I never heard that. So I don't got no bad feelings toward them. So they can't have no bad feelings back. Mission accomplished. If they come in next, they'll be like, hey, Pharaoh. I'll be like, hey. They'll be like, he's slow. He really slow. He really, okay. Let me go mess with Kathy. She knows. She knows when I'm gonna say something racist to somebody smart. I ain't gonna say nothing else racist. This stupid ass black Gomer Pyle. You know, he is too stupid. You know what I'm saying? Lord, he's slow. You can't even insult him. He's so damn slow. Jesus Christ. I said you're the N-word. You idiot. You know what I'm saying? They'd be so disappointed. They shot their best shot. And I don't even know. And they watch me and they say, he really don't know what I said. Because they watch you. And I play dumb, but in the back of my mind, I'll be like, I've been watching you, watching anything that I'm watching you. I'll be singing in my head, yeah. Da, 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 da. I've been watching you, watching me, that I'm watching you. Fool, you can't play with Big Pharaoh. I got to come here every day. I didn't hear nothing you said. I can't punch you in your shit. So ain't no need, you know, ain't no need to be even, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no need to be even going down there. I got to come to work every day, fool. And I'm willing to play stupid like that until you stop. That's what I do. They be racist. They say so right. I say, okay, hey. And I just keep going. And they stop. If you get recurrent racial slurs, you can sue and get paid. But you ain't got to let them know you hear it. You could just save it up and then sue. So if you want to sue, I could sue, but I ain't going to let them know I even know. They ain't going to know I know until they get called by a lawyer to come into the office. That's when you're going to find out I heard everything you said. See what I'm saying? All right, that's all you got to do is document it. Yep. Every time you said it, I could document it. I don't got to let you know I know or nothing, but I could still document it. And then when it's done, I could sue. At my mother's job, she had a white dude, and he was like saying racist shit to my mother a couple times. And I heard her on the phone talking to one of her friends about the guy. And so what I did, I used to pick my mother up for work, but this day I had to pick her up. So I just went down there. and he came out the building. I found out who he was. He came out the building, and I ran up on him, and I was like, "You know, Beth Stewart? Yeah, that's my mother, and she don't know I'm down here. Well, if I come back down here, woo 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 woo." And then I left before she came out the building. So about 2 weeks later, she was like, "I had this guy at my job, and he was saying stuff, and now he's just being so nice. I wonder what happened." I don't know. She said, "I had this guy at my job, and he was saying he was kind of saying stuff. I was thinking about taking it to the job." And she says, all of a sudden, he said, "He's so nice and everything." I said, "Oh, yeah, for real?" She said, "Like he's doing a whole 360. I said, "Oh, maybe he just had a bad day when he said that stuff to you." You know what I'm saying? Because I went and caught him out of there and made him a little, hugged him around and said, "Hey, you know Bessie Stewart? Yeah, I'm her son. You don't want me coming down here. If I come back down here," you know what I'm saying? I was scared the hell out of it. Back then, dreadlocks, nobody had no dreadlocks. What is black dude with these dreadlocks, this army clothes on, these dreadlocks? Boy, he was, boy, he probably thought a Swahili warrior son came out the bushes. So, boy, that boy was scared as hell. And I looked super black, and I looked pro-black, and I was not talking black. I was talking hoodie. So you're like, what kind of hood? I made that man an offer he can't refuse. Boy, you talk crazy, my mama. Fix it. And I didn't say that. I never told my mother. And about a week or two later, she brought it up. She said, "Mike, I had this guy, and he was just so nasty me all the time. And now he's my best. He's so nice." I said, "Oh, that's good. He probably didn't mean that to." She never know I terrorized that man like that. Because I left out, I had a car full of people too. I brought some scrupulous looking characters with me too, but they didn't get out the car because I didn't want to make no big scene at my mama's job. But I pulled up where, they was looking out. I didn't go get no conscious dudes. I went and got some dudes I grew up with. And they like, "What you want to do, Stu Gambler? He tripping with your mama, man. You know what I'm saying?" And so I pulled up with that. I said, "Don't y'all say nothing. Don't say nothing. Now you can lean all out the window. You can mean mug, but don't say nothing. You're going to mess it up." And he walked down. I was like, "Jim," or whatever. And I was like, "Let me holler at you. You know Bessie Stewart? Huh? Yeah." And I just said, "Don't make me coming down here. And don't tell her either." You know what I'm saying? "And you better be glad I don't tell Randolph. See, if I really want to smoke, I would have told my daddy. Because she didn't tell my daddy. I didn't tell my daddy." Woo. I feel like, why tell him and get him in trouble? I can't get in trouble. I'm a triple X. He went away. She out of nowhere. She said, "He been so nice." I said, "Oh, that's good." I said, "Why you didn't tell me?" She said, "Well, I was gonna let the job handle it." I said, "All right, that's good." I played it off. She never knew. I should have told her before she passed away. "Hey, mama, you know why that dude?" Yeah, he wasn't as scary as his nappy head son. As I was like what you would have called like a nappy head Rasta YN. I was like, hey, damn, my daddy wouldn't have been as scary as me. Cause dreadlocks, nobody knew no dreadlocks. I'm down here with all these red. No, my daddy would have been scary, but he wouldn't have been scary as me. My daddy would have been scary and mad as his wife, but not as mad as my mama. That's my mama. Hey, my wife, that's my mama, boy. Boy, listen. I would have been the worst. My daddy would be number two. I would be the number one feared. Dude, I'm finna really do you dirty down here. What? My daddy would get on some bullshit, but I was on some bullshit. I wouldn't have to get on it. You know what I'm saying? I scared the hell out of that dude. I pulled up in my brown Chevy, with three hood lenses in the car and jumped out on his ass. Everybody was just looking. Nah, ugh. First, I put my arm on his shoulder and ugh. You know, Bessie Stewart, I'm a son. Don't make me come back down there. Just like that. He didn't say nothing. And I just let him go. I was steaming, but I figured a warning would be smart first. I knew the warning would work though. Because he was older than me. He was a little taller and bigger than me, but he was a B word. He wasn't built like that. Because if he was, why he didn't pop off? Well, it might have been the three goons in the car, but I don't think so. I think it was just me. Because, you know, once I said that's my mother, I'm sure he's like, oh my God. And I got on. So I'm sure it was terrifying. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. We didn't have no more problems. And it made me think about it because what days later, like 2 weeks, she said, you know what? I had this guy and he's been so nice. Because my daddy, he would have been something, but he wouldn't have been as terrified as this dude. This dude was terrified back then. This was a terrifying sight. I was dressed just like that. It was terrifying. It was like Huey P. Marley. You know what I'm saying? It had to be super terrified. Back in like, what is this, 80? That man probably almost had a stroke. You can see my whole demeanor. You know the hair scared the hell out. Nobody had dreadlocks, so you know the hair and all of that. He probably like, what the hell kind of dude? What was that? What? That's her son. What the hell? Nobody knew nothing about dreads and all that back then, so I was like seeing an alien. I thought about that because just out of nowhere, she said, she just told me out of nowhere. She said, it's a guy. Then again, somebody at her job might have told her, your son came down here, Betsy. It's going crazy out there. I ain't never had no lot of racial work. I had one racist dude. He worked on a machine. When I first got out of high school, I worked at the W printing factory. And air goes in the machine and it works through these air tubes. And he was a little short guy and he was a straight racist and he would just come and stare at me like this. and so when you squeeze the tube, the machine stopped. So because he kept staring at me and kept playing with me, one night I came and I squeezed the tube and the machine stopped. And he come and look where I'm at, and he turned it back on. He'd stand there, and he stand there. As soon as he turned it back, I go out, squeeze it, go out, squeeze it, go out. I kept making the machine go off all night. The next day, he stopped staring at me. One time he just looked at me. He knew it was me. So then he kept watching me so much, he got on my nerve. I took a piece of ball of paper and took the tube off and stuffed some paper in there, and the machine was off, period. It took him about an hour to find out it was something in the hose. Boy, stop playing with me. So he left me alone. Because I think he figured out, oh, it's in the hose right where he worked. Leave this dude alone. Boy, leave me alone. Stop playing with Kid Funk. That's when I was Kid Funk, boy. Stop playing with Kid Funk. That when I was Kid Funk. I was straight out of high school. That's when I was Kid Funk. And the bosses would send me anybody that was hard to work with. The white dude run. He say, Kid Funk, come here. I was like, what's up, Dick? He like, nobody wants to work with that asshole. Go work with him. Get him straight. I was like, I got you. And he would send me to work with all the people that's hard to work with. I was like the person that straightened out the bad employees. They had this old man Johnson. He was mean as hell. Nobody wanted to work with him. I worked with him, fixed him real quick. Fixed old man Johnson. He was nice at that. Then they had this African brother. I don't know. He was from West Africa, and he used to stink. He used to stink because he didn't wash up or nothing, right? He was from Africa, so I don't know. He didn't have no, he from Africa. So back then, I guess he was doing how they do over there. And nobody wanted to work with him. So he said, Kid Funk, there's a guy over there. He stinks. Nobody want to work with him. Go get him straight. Go work with him. And so I went and worked with dude. And then at lunch, I went to like a 7-Eleven and stuff. I bought some soap. I bought some deodorant. And I came back to work and I said, bro, hey, my brother, look, nobody want to work with you because you be stinking and shit. Here's some deodorant, here's some soap. Go wash up, bro. Nobody want to work with you. So the African brother, he went and washed up and came back. And he said, let me tell you something, my brother. Nobody told me but you. You're the best person ever, he said. He said, all those people, rather than them come tell me, nobody tell me. He said, you, my brother, you the only one that helped me. The African brother. He said, you the only one that helped me. You are my real friend, he said. You are my real friend. I said, I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They should have told you, but you straight now. Just wash up with that. When you come to work, bring a rag, have it in your locker. If you start getting sweaty, just go and break and wash up and you all good. You're like, I love you, my brother. Right? That was my man. It was 2 Africans worked there. I used to sit, that was when I first learned everything about Africa. I used to be sitting and talk to him. I forgot his name, and Ben. They was from Africa. That's why I say I got a long history with Africans because I was always around all the Africans. Anytime it was Africans, Pharaoh the only one go be around the Africans. I asked the Africans like 1,000 questions. I asked them what they be doing in Africa. I would be asking questions. So I was like, I was the only Black American they liked. That's why you don't see me be hating on that's why you see me get on Africans' cases. Because to me, Africa is just like Black America. You know, I get on Black American case, I get on Africans' case, but not like they different. Because they just not some of Black people to me. So I don't really be doing like some of the FBA. They be like hating on, I don't be hating on Africans, but I'll check Africans. Jamaicans and shit. But I don't check them like everybody else check them. I don't check them like we different. I check them like y'all tripping. Just like I check Black Americans. Yeah. Yep, that's what they would. Yep, that's what they do. They put me with the little Hispanic. They put me with the Hispanic lady, and she couldn't work. She was real short, and we had to lift up boards way up there. They put me with her too. I had to do all the work with her little ass, and she could hardly speak no English. She was cool though. She ain't even come to work, but it wasn't. She can't work like 4 days. She quit anyway. Her ass this little. She got to put boards way up there. These big ass boards. They sit on top of the books so the books won't move. They heavy. I hated working with her. She was like, Gutagito, Gutagito. And she always had to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, why you got this lady doing man's work? Stop letting ladies do jobs that's fit for men. She couldn't do the job, so now I'm working twice as hard. Because she can't lift nothing, she can't do nothing, she too short. Then I worked with a Puerto Rican dude. He was cool. That's the first time I found out Puerto Ricans don't like Mexicans. He was like, the Puerto Ricans, listen, let me tell you, the Puerto Ricans, we like the black ones, and the Mexicans like the white ones. I said, for real? I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said. Just like in Hawaii, the Samoans don't like the Hawaiians. The Samoans said they're the black ones. They said the Hawaiians is the sellouts. That's crazy, ain't it? That's what the Puerto Ricans say about the Mexicans. They said the Mexicans is the sellout and they the black ones. And the Samoans say the same thing. Samoans say they the black ones. The Hawaiians is the sellout. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, that's that. I might do another live. I think I got something else to talk about. What else I was going to talk about? I'm going to talk about. I had something else I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about? I forgot. Oh, I wanted to talk about politics. Yeah, I got to talk about politics. Everybody keep choosing a side. Like, I can't do politics. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to come back and talk about that. I can't do politics. Everybody choosing a side. Everybody Democrat, Republican. Nobody just want to talk about the politics straight down the line. It's irritating. It really is. And then they want me to be that. They want to make me a Democrat, Republican. I'm not doing that weirdo stuff. But look, man, it's nice talking to y'all. It is what it is. Positive energy. And we keep it real over here all the time.